Alrighty, welcome in everybody. Happy Wednesday evening. Starting lineups, we're ready to go here. It's the usual suspects for our Miami Heat. I am in Heat Red. I'm for the Heat tonight. Fran is in something I'm not sure what it is.
This is
Uh,
a Miami South Beach shirt,
this is
baby.
a South Beach shirt.
Yeah, come on. Let's
There,
get the party going on South Beach.
there you go. We're cooking now. 6 months after basketball was canceled, we are here. The NBA Finals, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in. It is the LA Lakers versus the Miami Heat. Perhaps not the matchup we were expecting, but a good one nonetheless. Fran, this is going to be a finals that is got lots of storylines here as Anthony Davis misses the first shot in Miami now on the offensive end here, and Robinson going to try for three. No, actually, he's just going to give it to Bam. Bam with the turnaround, and Bam is going to come up just long.
Super excited for this NBA Finals. I got to get a quick shout out to Scott KCK for the follow. Really appreciate it very much on the Twitch side of things. I think that's our quickest follow we've ever had, so thank you.
Thank you very much. And this is going to be outside. It's Danny Green. The three-pointer is off the back iron. Rebound down to Crowder. And up ahead to Jimmy Butler here. Jimmy Butler, his first finals appearance in 9 seasons here in the NBA. Anthony Davis, in a similar boat, actually has his first final appearance in 8 seasons in the NBA. So a lot of firsts here. Of course, no first for LeBron James. He is back in the finals as Crowder hits for 3 there.
That's big time for the Heat. Crowder's got to get going in this series. 100%. He's been bad shooting from 3, but he's been good everywhere else. Here we're going to see the inside-outside play from Anthony Davis, and LeBron's going to get kicked to Caldwell Pope here.
Caldwell Pope going to give it back to LeBron. He's being guarded by Robinson. Boy, this is a mismatch if I've ever seen one. Anthony Davis going to go for 3.
And on that one, they're always going to double LeBron. Pretty much on that one, even on the elbow, they want to double LeBron. So then LeBron with a really nice patch finding AD.
Yes, and Jimmy Butler in the opposite corner for the Heat. Jimmy Butler hits again. The threes are flying fast here in the bubble here in the first 2 minutes of the game. Both teams trying to sort of feel things out. Caldwell Pope for 3. No, back iron, back down to Miami. Was it Dwight Howard there hits the deck?
Yeah, that was interesting.
Butler. Hold on. Butler going in.
Butler with the drive to the basket, pushes off LeBron a little bit, gets a nice space, and then finishes with a nice fadeaway and the just right near the circle.
I gotta fix.
Caldwell Pope here, taking the dribble. He's got on the side. Has found AD. AD is going to work on Crowder. He goes in, tries to finish with the ref. Crowder plays really good defense, but then unfortunately can't corral the rebound and get 2 hands on it. So it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Lakers here.
Okay, I think I'm good. We're good. This is the replay here on the other side. Jimmy Butler driving in on LeBron. Nice little finger roll. LeBron to AD. Just an easy play coming off the screen. AD with a nice finish there. Too easy off the inbounds play. 2 points for the LA Lakers as the Miami Heat actually go ahead and lead by 3.
Oh, nice fake pass there from
Foul.
Adebayo. The Lakers have definitely been looking at that on tape, knowing that they use the handoff there almost as a screen, and he fakes it and he dives straight to the basket. Spo in all black.
Lots of storylines in this series, as we talked about. Spoelstra coaching against his former star in LeBron James here. I kept saying throughout the playoffs, if there's somebody who knows perhaps how to contain, that's even possible.
Hold on a second.
What?
That was a shooting foul?
Yeah, of course it was a shooting foul. He was right into the basket.
I thought it was on the first step, but that's fine. It's fair enough.
Bam in the finals against Boston, 21.8 points per game. The stats said he led the team in all, but I don't actually agree with that because Dragic had 22.8 points and Butler had 23.4. So somebody in the stats department was confused at ESPN. In any case, LeBron James now working on Bam. LeBron's going to take a step back
Good
jumper
defense.
for 3. Oh, better offense.
Yeah, nothing you really do there. That's actually a pretty good shot of good defense by Miami. I mean, if LeBron wants to hit those fadeaway threes over at Bam, I mean, that's fine.
Interesting here. We're gonna put Bam. Oh, it's actually a block from behind by Green, and the Lakers are out in transition. Lakers gonna go in alley-oop to Davis, misses it, gets fouled on the way up. A foul on Robinson to start things off here.
Yeah, I think Robinson got got a foul. Or no, it was Crowder that got a foul there on AD down near the basket when he was trying to go up. No easy baskets from the start.
I thought the interesting matchup here too would be Bam on Davis, but doesn't seem like.
I think they're going to switch 5. Hello,
Okay.
Disaki. I think they're going to switch 5 for now.
Because right now it's Crowder on Davis and Jimmy Butler on LeBron. This is the defensive assignment I thought we were going to see was the storyline here with Jimmy Butler against LeBron. That's what I want to see here. And this is Caldwell Pope on Dragic.
Oof. If Caldwell Pope can be that third scorer there for the Lakers, this will be a very quick series. The Lakers really just lacking that third scorer. Kuzma hasn't really stepped up, and Caldwell Pope hasn't either. Here, Bam dives to the rim and gets a nice find there from Jimmy Butler to find Bam on his dive to the rim with a nice layup.
Beautiful move. Just gets around LeBron James and finishes. LeBron actually a little visually pissed at his teammate for letting that go there. And that's a foul by Danny Green that doesn't get called. He totally just levels Bam after he missed the shot. A little bit of frustration there on the 3-point shot. Bam with the screen in return. Oh, the fake by Dragic. Oh, my goodness. Dwight Howard doesn't know where to go.
Yeah, Goran just absolutely had him looking all around the court and no idea what hit him.
Jimmy Butler now at the top. Caldwell Pope, good slip.
Oh, he touched it.
Anthony Davis, yes, he did. They will wipe that one off. Bad mistake there because it was going in one way or the other.
100%.
Didn't even need to touch it. Caldwell Pope's shot here was probably I don't know. But yes, it was above the cylinder. Offensive goaltending called on the Lakers. Yeah, I think it was. Robinson trying to cut into the paint here. Dragic, guarded by Caldwell Pope, the screen. Now Dragic on Howard. Dragic with a floater. Dragic actually gets it to Bam. Bam!
Nice strong finish.
He drew 2, and there was no help there by the Lakers.
I mean, quite the air ball, gotta say.
Yeah, quite the air ball. It was actually a pass. Actually, that's going to go in the stat sheet as an assist. Probably not. I think it's actually a missed shot. But it's no rebound, though, because it never hit the rim. LeBron working on Bam, trying to get down to Howard.
I think it's going the other way.
Offensive foul.
Yeah, Dwight not getting away with that. Not getting away with it. Everybody knows what you did last series.
I was about to say you got away with so much crap against Jokic.
The refs have looked at it all on replay. They know what you're doing, and they can't call the finals that biasly. So you're not going to get those calls, Dwight. Sorry.
Yeah, Lakers, you're already here.
Yeah.
Right? Like, Jordan Thomas, the Heat might be more ready to play than the Lakers. Well, Jimmy Butler saying before the series started, we're going to have to play damn near perfect because they're such a good team and do so many things well. Fran, my concern, so I'm on the side of Miami here, but my concern is that from the Celtics series that we saw and they're playing the last game, they were down in all games except one. And they came back in the fourth quarter to win those games, obviously taking the series 4-2. But the Lakers are not a team you come back against in the fourth quarter. Like, if anything, the Lakers are strongest in the fourth quarter. And that's where they turn it in. So if Miami gets down early, it's going to be tough sledding.
Yeah, and that's basically where the Heat are almost going to have to play like kind of counterintuitive how they've always been playing with coming back leads, because this is not a team that you're going to want to go down on or anything like that. You're actually going to just be able to want to take the lead out straight away. So I think in general, I think the Heat need to play this game close or have the lead. You don't want to try to come back against this offense or against this defense, because when this defense does lock down, it is absolutely disgusting. And also thank you, Rara Mac, for a follow as well. I don't know if that was on the YouTube or stream or Twitch side yet, but thank you very much. Appreciate it for
thank you very much.
On the YouTube. Thank you for the follow.
The sub on YouTube. Shout out to Rara Mac. Yo, Jody saying Lakers will come back in the second. Lakers aren't really. We just started, right? It's the first media timeout here. Lakers
this is already
6. This is.
But it's been such a smooth game, and like everybody's feeling each other out. They're going through it. It's nice. It's got a good flow to it so far in the finals. I like this. I think this would. Most likely, I mean, other people may know this, but Oz typically always saves us on this. But why is the painted, or why is the court painted blue?
The court painted
blue.
The
baselines.
Oh, I do know
Did you
that
notice that?
the court does have a new look for.
Well,
For
it
the
has the Walt
finals.
Disney look to like
Yeah.
for everything, but like, why is the baselines blue? That's what I
Oh,
was
I don't know.
confused about. Yeah, I don't know.
And it's got
Kind of
the
interesting.
YouTube TV thing going on there,
It does.
which yeah.
Also, one thing just on your part, just restart the YouTube stream again because we're more behind the Gamecast than usual.
Oh, okay. I
So
thought you meant
just
literally
restart it and play it.
restart the entire stream, like this.
No,
stream.
just restart the YouTube one
Yeah. We think we can accelerate
because it's already
ourselves.
back.
Yeah.
There's Anthony Davis. What a shirt, Frank. Stand up so I can see the whole thing.
Yes.
There it is. It's my South Beach shirt, baby. We're ready.
Can we get a zoom in on
I don't know.
that?
Can I get a zoom?
Oh,
I don't know
that's
if you
like
can
a skull and a triangle. It's like he's got some Illuminati stuff going on over there.
Yeah, that's it. I love it. I love it. I think I've worn this shirt one other time on stream before, and then somebody called me out. Sorry, my chair was in the wrong place. Somebody called me out the other day and was like, "Wow, you like wear the same shirt twice." I'm like, all right, well, this is awkward. Like, I guess I did wear the same. I checked the stream. I wore the same thing twice, and was like, all right, I got
To go back to the replay, Jimmy Butler doesn't need a replay for that one. High off the glass, and he goes over Howard. Howard's been having a tough night so far. 8-0 run here for the Heat in the last minute 40. You're right. They are red and blue. Actually, the ends of the court.
Right.
I thought the
Is it
red one is
America
going to be
thing,
Miami,
or-
but the blue one. I mean, none of the Lakers colors are blue, so I have no. Oh, except the NBA logo is red and blue on either side. So there you go. Yeah.
Maybe it's the logo. Oh, this shirt's from Peru. Mom, you know that we bought it together. Who do you guys think will win? I think the Lakers will win. Who do I want to win? I want the Heat to win because
Jimmy Butler there.
I would do anything to see LeBron lose this series.
Okay, the LeBron Heat coming hot and early. I am gonna pick Miami in 6. Actually,
What?
Yeah. You heard it here first.
God.
I'm going Miami.
What is
in
this
6.
guy doing?
Crazy, right?
I'll bet you
Dragic
right
on this
now. I'll
side.
bet you $100.
Oh well, I'll bet you some sub. What is that? 20 subs on either side of this thing.
Yeah,
As
I'll
Jay
bet you
Crowder
20
just hits
subs.
from 3. It's a timeout by the Lakers. The run by Miami. Woohoo! Getting it going here. I said Miami's going to take this game. Look, the Lakers have struggled in the first game.
They come out sleeping.
They come out sleeping. I tell
They
you
do
what.
come out
I tell you what.
sleeping.
In the first game against Houston,
They do.
against Portland, they blew it. The first game against Houston, they blew it. The Nuggets, okay, they won that one, but then the Nuggets should have won game 2. So there you go. Timeout Lakers.
Yeah, and I think that was the media timeout too there. So this should probably be a quick cap. But I mean, right there you saw they got a quick stop and then they got a couple shots up. This is what I'm talking about. When actually Crowder can hit these shots, it changes the game completely because now you actually have a 1 through 4 that can shoot the 3, not a 1 through 3 that can shoot the 3. And then you're so heavily dependent on Robinson, Hero getting you those points as well.
Yeah, and actually, after the first time out, we did not see Tyler Hero come into the game. That's usually been the first substitution for Miami. We'll see if he comes in after this one. But yeah, Jay Crowder, even in Game 6 of the Celtics-Miami series, you were pointing out, you're like, well, Jay just can't hit the ocean. I mean, there's nothing going on here.
Anything.
And he's coming out firing.
I've been on him pretty hard for the last couple series and everything like that. I've been kind of not roasting, but I mean, just. He needs to shoot better. I mean, when you're open that much, you can't go over for it. And hey, how you doing, DS Gaming? Nice to see you. And BFA, don't count out the Lakers. Trust me, I have not counted out the Lakers. I think the Lakers are going to win it. I think he's trying to go for the wild card.
I'm going for the wild card.
Yeah, he's going for the wild card with the Heat.
Yeah.
And geez, YouTube chat is blowing up here.
They're going for coffee and a beating. Well, you know, Jimmy Butler can provide the coffee. I'm not so sure about we are going to condone the beating. I will not condone the beating on this channel, but the coffee sounds like a great idea. It'll cost you $20 at Jimmy Butler's their hotel room.
So Mark brings up a good point in chat, and it says how the strategy early isn't really working with Howard. I'm kind of interested to see how Howard is used in this series. You know what I mean? Like, because he wasn't really used in the Houston series, obviously, because they play 1 through 5, and they're all less. I mean, PJ Tucker's playing center; it's ridiculous. And Eric Gordon are playing center. So, but I still think the right matchup for the Lakers if you put AD on Bam. Like, if you look at the defense again, it has Dwight on Bam, Crowder on AD, and then you have Butler on LeBron. So I think almost for the Lakers, it's a better advantage if you take Dwight out defensively, like or in the offensive sense. Like it's worse for the Heat when Bam has to go out there and guard AD instead of guarding Dwight.
Well, yeah. So I totally agree with you, and I think the hard part here is for Bam at least is make sure he doesn't get into foul trouble. There was one specific game where we saw that the foul trouble against the Celtics, it was Dragic, it was Bam, and it was Butler all getting into foul trouble in the first half. They ended up winning that game anyway. Two, Bam's conditioning, which seems to have been okay from like the previous series, but
wow, it's like the whole team.
The whole team there.
And Obama.
Yeah, it's
and
Obama
Shaq.
Also there on the right. Everyone's
I bet you he's enjoying this broadcast more than last night. I'll tell you that much.
Who's he talking to?
Yeah, this is actually kind of weird. He's kind of talking to like,
unless his mic is on.
Unless he's talking to somebody on the Zoom.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's kind of strange. It's pretty cool. I guess now with the virtual, you
Walton.
technically can have anybody there.
Isn't
right?
Walton your favorite?
Oh God.
A 13-0 run here.
My dad was giving me critiques about my announcing this weekend. Let me tell you, he should critique Bill Walton.
Miami coming back to the zone. We were wondering when this was going to come out. The 3-2 zone is out defensively, and it's a beautiful shot there by Rajon Rondo to go right over that zone. The Celtics, Boston, struggled mightily against the zone. We're going to see how the LeBron and the Lakers managed to dissect it here as Kuzma, Pope, Davis, Rondo, and Green are the ones on the floor. Oh, this is a great little pass by Iguodala, but Butler can't finish. Oh, he's going to want that back. Rondo diving in. Kuzma, to Rondo, being guarded by Crowder here. Rondo's just going to jack this up three, and it's going to go back iron. No good. Rebound down to Hero, who had Anthony Davis, also of Kentucky fame, bearing down on him. A lot of Kentucky in this game. We got Davis, we got Hero, we got Bam. So for the Kentucky fans in chat, I'm sure they'll show up at some point during the series. And then Butler gets it to Crowder down low, but Crowder actually going to settle for the three-point shot. Oh, my goodness! Iggy throws it down on the rebound.
Yeah, I mean, Iggy's rejuvenated in the finals. It's like he's back in Golden State. I love it.
Yes, he is. He had a perfect game. Perfect in a sense.
He balled out the last game.
Yeah, in game 6, he shot perfectly. Oh, what a steal there. Actually, by Caldwell Pope, just picks Tyler Hero's pocket. And Rondo Rondo, Caldwell Pope, guarded by Hero. Davis, now a mismatch here on Jimmy. Davis got to post him up. They got to
get the ball to Davis.
No, they bring the double, forcing Kuzma to try and shoot. Kuzma to Caldwell Pope. Still 6 seconds on the shot clock. Caldwell Pope drops it in for 3. 10-point margin here for the Heat.
Thank you, BFA. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I mean, this is the big thing. Caldwell Pope is kind of... Tyler Hero almost pulled that one. Sorry. Glass. And then Tyler misses that layup. But Caldwell Pope is hitting. Jay Crowder's hitting. Interesting to see where the bench is coming into play in these games. Not the bench, supporting cast, sorry.
Still here in a bit of a man as Caldwell Pope hits from the same spot. Ooh.
That's 4, right? That's 4 threes for Caldwell because I think he hit. Oh no, that's 3.
It's 2 of 3.
2 of 3. Sorry.
2 of 3, and we have a timeout for Miami. So a furious little run here by the Lakers, 8-point run by the Lakers, sees them cut the Miami lead in half. Miami's still by 7, but we're at a timeout.
Yeah, to be honest with you, in that little stretch, those literally the exact same thing that happened to Miami, or that happened to the Lakers in the flip.
Yeah.
All they did was hit 2 threes and get 2 stops. It wasn't really much. Wasn't anything really.
They actually, right? Yeah, the shots actually started falling in that case. Yeah, so. Miami, so Spoelstra here, right, to kind of take this time out. This is something that we were getting on Brad Stevens, right, where he was just letting runs kind of go and not the timeout. But Spoelstra trying to stop the LA momentum. LeBron James. God. What?
Don't let any of this distract you from the fact that the Clippers starting 5 made Doc Rivers fire himself.
That's our that's the topic for halftime.
Oh my God, that is too good. Sorry.
Oh man. Yeah, although now apparently he's being considered for the Philly job.
Yeah, like that's a good idea.
So trust the process.
Yeah, Hero's been shown to be loose with the ball. Needs to be careful. Yeah, he gets a little gets a little loose with it when he's bringing up the floor. He also has a lot of he's got a lot of confidence in his veins right now. Let me tell you.
Well, I mean, after the 38-point game in game
Yeah, I pretty much would
4,
be shooting lights out.
Yeah, he actually didn't have the best game 6. Or is it 5, 6? I can't even at this point. Outside, and this is going to be again Crowder. Crowder for 3 from the left-hand side. Yeah, this camera angle is just bizarre. But it was Crowder who hit for 3. Great play out of the timeout, and Davis just dives into the lane and goes in with the left hand.
Hey, thank you very much for the follow, BFA Mausili 714. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Butler almost loose with the handle and then throws it away, but
I think the day that you actually correctly pronounce is like we're gonna figure something out.
I totally pronounced "read me a book" correctly.
Getting ready to resume, and Iggy is in the game there. Robinson, quick 3 off the reset, can't quite hit it. Rebound down to Davis on the weak side as the Lakers are coming back up. 2 minutes, 25 seconds here to go in the first, and Caldwell Pope sells it, and the refs bought it.
Here we go. The book is open, ladies and gentlemen.
We have fouled our first 3-point shooter. Put him in the book.
What time are we at? 2:23.
We are at 2:24.
2:24. Who was it this time? Who was the criminal? Who committed the crime of fouling?
Robinson. Robinson is going in the book.
Robinson
is going in the book.
This is Robinson's first 3-point foul.
Although Chad is saying that he may have been inside the 3-point line.
Oh, so really?
He might not be going in the book.
Erase the book. Get the white out.
That doesn't even exist anymore, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know where you buy white out anymore. I think you just get a new piece of paper.
Jack Ritter saying, great graphic on the thumbnail. Thank you very much, man. Give me an update on the game so far. Fran, take it away.
Pretty much we're seeing back and forth between the Lakers and Miami Heat. The big differences right now is Caldwell Pope has absolutely come out firing, and also Jay Crowder has as well. They're both trying to fill each other out defensively, but a very free-flowing basketball game. No clear advantage to one team or another.
Jay Crowder having hit 3 3-point shots now, and Caldwell Pope has 2 of his. The Heat went on a 12-0 run in the middle of the first, prompting an LA timeout, and now the LA Lakers are back on the run of their own, but Caldwell Pope leaves that one on the rim, left it hanging.
He was playing YMCA basketball at LA Fitness. That's why he missed.
Those are 2 different gyms, but here's Robinson is going to go for 3. Oh, bam, fighting there for the rebound against Anthony Davis, and Caruso now instead. Caldwell Pope feeling it right now, but that is way off.
Yeah,
and Anthony Davis fouled by behind for Bam.
I don't know about that.
I think that's
I want to see a replay. I want to see a replay.
Bam protesting that he got all ball.
And yeah. Also, apparently Reed wasn't following before, so thank you, Read Me a Book, for a follow as well on the Twitch side of things. And yes, Oz, it was a 2-point attempt.
It was a 2-point attempt. We took them out of the book. Yeah. It's not as exciting.
That's interesting. Most by LeBron James teammate entering finals.
Yeah, well, I
mean, what does that mean? That means that he doesn't carry the load as much anymore.
Exactly.
Right? This is kind of it. Like Kyrie didn't carry as much.
The LeBron haters would say that means LeBron's getting carried. But, I mean, in actuality, he scored 38 points in the closeout game against the Nuggets and absolutely took over that game in the fourth quarter. I mean, we all saw it. Sure. It was just a LeBron show, basically.
Also, Mark, at the break, we'll go through or at the end of the quarter, we'll go through the shooting percentages and get you updated on that. Because you are right. The speed of the game is a lot more.
Do we think Zion is overrated? I mean, you're talking to Duke fans here. This is like really that.
Oh, I can go into that. I can talk about that.
Are we gonna fight on stream about this? Maybe at the quarter. All right, Kuzma almost pulls up, doesn't decide to do it. Look at the battle down low.
Yeah, look at that.
Between Solomon Hill and Anthony Davis. LeBron getting in between 3 Heat players.
Oh, go. No. That's not a foul. That's not a foul. You straight up.
Careful. That is Bam's second foul now. We said Bam's the foul trouble was going to be a problem.
That's not good.
I don't agree with that either. I think that's a BS call.
I think he's straight up.
That is not good.
I don't agree with that one. I made it a point to myself to watch that extremely intently to make sure he wasn't fouling, and they called the foul anyways.
All right, go for yours. Give your Zion take while we're taking free throws.
My Zion takes too long.
Well, I mean, we can continue it throughout as we get back into the action.
I want to see this.
All right, so
all right, hands straight up.
There's no foul there.
Hands never came down.
There's no foul there.
Yeah, the hands never came down.
There is no foul there.
It's not a foul.
Oh man,
it's so frustrating too because Bam's such an important part of the squad that it's just.
He was averaging 20 points a game in last series. We got 3 Heat players averaging 20 points a game. He's a huge part of the offense.
Yeah, but Miami really needs a bucket here and get back. They've been sitting at 28 for a pretty long time, I feel like.
They've missed the last 5 field goals, and here's Jones Jr., but it's actually a turnover by Dragic right to Caruso, as LeBron is going to pull this one back, and that is going to go out on Miami. Tried to get it inside to Davis, and off his hands, but deflected by Miami there at the end, as Butler sits on the bench as well.
Jordan Thomas, yes, you are right. Bam can't block everything in this game. A little different when you're playing against.
Look at Tyler Hero get up into
Hero
Anthony Davis. Yeah. He's like,
AD's going to go to work here.
He's like, we went to the same school. I'm not afraid of you. And that was a lazy pass. That was a lazy pass that results in a Miami turnover, and Anthony Davis gets 2 free ones right underneath the rim. Tie game here. 28-28 all. 16-3 run in the last 3 minutes for the Lakers. They've come back fierce. Tyler Hero going to go for 3 here. No, takes 1 step inside and going to give it to Jones Jr., but deflected by Davis, actually, as LeBron recovers, and the Heat will hold for the final shot of the first quarter.
Incredible defense and incredible awareness from the Lakers here. You have to give them credit. Those turnovers all caused by them.
I would have thought that Hero should have probably just went ahead and shot that. I mean, he beat LeBron off the 3-point line, and that should have been enough there. Great ball movement by the Lakers.
Caruso!
The extra pass to Caruso results in a 3-pointer. Beautiful ball movement here. 4 seconds left, and Hero's going to take a shot just over half court, and he's going to come up slightly short. It was online, however. 31-28. The Lakers end on a 19-3 run.
AD here yelling at the babies in the stands that this is his court, and to the mamas and parents, they're all standing there. But yeah. So overall, what did we want to get to?
You wanted to get to whether Zion was
Zion,
overrated,
and then we got to go into shooting
we'll get the
percentages
stats
too.
Yeah.
So my Zion perspective is: do I necessarily think is he overrated? It depends it depends what baseline we're talking about, right? If you think he's going to be as good as LeBron James, yeah, 100% he's overrated. Is it going to be a top 20, 25 player in the league? 100%. I don't necessarily think Zion Williamson will become a top 5 basketball player in the league as of right now, just based on his shooting, on his dribbling ability and his shooting ability. The problem that I see with Zion is the same problem that we ran into with Giannis. They're one-dimensional. They can dribble and they can drive to the basket and they can sometimes take a pull-up basket. But when the game is in hand in the fourth quarter, they cannot. Somehow they need to get better at this. Giannis and also Zion. Zion's way younger, but they need to be the one that's bringing the ball up the floor, having the ball in their hands the entire time, like LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, Kawhi Leonard, take over the game and win the game. They don't have that ability and that skill set to actually do that. So to become that top 5 player, you need to be able to do that. So that's just kind of my...
You realize that you just called Zion Williamson not overrated and compared him to a 2-time league MVP as being the same player. That is a contradictory statement.
What do you mean?
I mean, yeah, they don't... Well, so...
Yeah, they do.
I think you do need to be clutch to be great.
What's wrong about saying that?
No, because you're oh, he's overrated, but he's just like Giannis. And Giannis is a 2-time MVP. If Zion had a career that was also had 2 NBA MVPs.
Yeah, I'm only comparing him to Giannis
bad.
In the thing that he is lacking.
I see.
That's the old he's lacking that that ability
my
to
point
take
is,
over the game at the end. Yeah, I get it.
You can
No,
lack
but
it and
I
still
mean,
be an MVP.
I still think Zion may win MVPs. I'm not saying that he won't. He can win MVPs, but does that make necessarily? I think people think he's going to be the next LeBron James. I don't think he will be the next LeBron James. That's why I mean, you have to have like a level of it. Do you think that's why I'm saying top 5 player? You can still win an MVP and not necessarily be the like 4 or 5 years straight be the top player in the league, right? That's like what I'm sort of saying.
Yeah. All-time greats get it done when it matters most.
James Harden for me is not an all-time great. He is a great scorer and a great basketball player, and I'll turn on the TV every single time he's playing because I love watching him play. But like that, like he's still not an all-time great.
Yeah, Giannis would be so good if he could take over in the fourth, exactly as you were saying.
Did you see Zion's high school mixtape? Yeah, I mean, I think I've watched that like 1,000 times. It's the greatest thing ever.
Actually, so for the Duke fans out there, I think we would have wished for Zion to get the ball more other than the now Nick, RJ Barrett, but that is a whole nother discussion. Oh, boy, don't even get me started. Let's hit the stats real quick because we're about to restart.
New York had Zion.
Oh, get out of here.
My God.
We're about to restart here in the bubble. A straight, flat 50% shooting for the LA Lakers. 50% from the field and 50% from 3. Perfect from the free throw line. You got 2 Lakers in double figures. Davis with 11 and actually Caldwell Pope with 10. Only 4 turnovers so far for the Lakers. Actually 3 turnovers for Miami, but they're as a result of Lakers steals. No Heat in double figures so far. And Heat actually only shooting 48%, so not that far off. And 4 3-pointers for Miami, 6 for LA. So LA getting it done from the free throw line there. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the difference really in the game so far as we resume play and LeBron backing down Jimmy Butler, getting outside to Kuz for 3.
Kuz hits that one right there. And Kuz here deciding to not go with the ankle socks today.
Yes.
Which were rather a disgusting look, I have to say.
The Miami Heat were vulnerable from the three-point line. Remember, when Boston was scoring, had 10 or more three-pointers, they were winning those games. The LA Lakers hitting their threes tonight. That's their 7th one so far. So we'll keep an eye on the three-point shot and see if that sort of determines how games go throughout the series. Iggy guarding LeBron James. I mean, if that's not a flashback to the Golden State series.
I was about to say.
Oh, man. There's so much young talent on here, like Hero, who just goes in and leaves. Was it Caruso there?
Great job, Hero putting it up right there. Not allow LeBron to get that shot block attempt in because if you went for the reverse, LeBron had him.
Apparently, Chad has McDonald's right now.
Give me a McFlurry. I'll give you my address.
We can somebody postmates him a McFlurry apparently. The shot there missed and the rebound down to Miami, who now find themselves trailing by 2, and Jimmy Butler with a massive Euro step but can't finish. That's the second one he's missed right at the rim. Down to LeBron. Iggy who knows how to guard LeBron. Morris to Rondo for 3, and Rondo! Wow.
Is it just me or Spoelstra just kind of letting them all shoot?
It looks like Miami is backing off.
The paint is clogged.
Yes.
It's clear what they don't want to happen, right?
And here's going to be Hero for 3. That one just short. Rims out and LeBron again. Yeah, they're definitely denying.
Playing defense.
It's still a zone. Except that there's man there as Dragic picks the pocket, and now Miami Heat are going to be out in transition. Nicely done. Dragic coast to coast here. And finishes no foul called. Great play by Dragic.
Yeah, really good play there by Dragic picking the pocket of Caruso. I think everybody on the court, including myself, thought that was a foul.
Yeah. Rondo's looking to pass to LeBron, but just going to take up a crazy shot, and it will be a foul on Hill for Miami.
Good job there on Rondo to be able to draw that foul. Clever play there. And then remember, the next game of the NBA Finals will be brought to you on Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern here on Real Life Sports.
Yeah, we're going to have at least the first 3, Friday and Sunday. And then we'll take a break for Tuesday, but then back at it the following Friday with a Game 5, assuming there isn't a straight sweep, which, I mean, if Miami swept, I suppose that'd be okay.
Yeah, I mean, if Miami sweeps, that's tough. That would be interesting to say.
Rajon Rondo here at the free throw line, averaging about 9 points in the playoffs, slightly better than his season average, hits both, and has 7 so far for the night. 2 of 3 from the field and 2 assists. As Bam comes up for the set the screen. Dragic to Hill. Hill extra pass out to Hero. And 7 seconds on the shot clock. Hero's going to have to make something happen there against Kuz. Gets it to Butler for 3, and Butler finishes
nice
it.
Nice shot. Great play, nice shot. Good job driving baseline there, and Butler reading the drive on baseline, going to the open spot right there, corner 3. Easiest 3 in the game.
Give Butler a 12 points. The first.
Solomon just got a bow to the neck.
Except it's LeBron, so they're not going to call anything. The double, Miami brings the double, and LeBron leaves Rondo wide open, and Rondo can't hit for 3.
You live with that. If you're
I think that's kind of to your point. That's what supposed to going to live with. And down low, Jimmy Butler gets fouled by Rondo. I mean, Butler had him basically pinned.
So that's why in this situation sometimes when you're a Lakers fan, right, you're almost like praying they don't shoot them, but you also like are because they're wide open and they're NBA basketball players and they need to be hitting those shots, right? But I think that is playing into the plan of the Miami Heat. I'm not saying it's a winning strategy because if they hit the ball, if they hit all the shots, I mean, they won't win. Right?
Yeah, I mean, you can shoot. You can shoot.
Spoelstra's just playing the numbers.
Yeah. Jimmy Butler now driving in, and he's got 4 Heat looking at him. It results in a steal. Now LeBron going downhill. Careful, extra pass to Caruso.
Oh, Caruso with the jam.
You know what? I have a feeling that Tyler Hero just saved himself because he was about to get in front of LeBron James if LeBron decided to take that to the rim.
That was a good play by Caruso and LeBron James right there. They have really good chemistry on the transition.
Hero gonna go for 3. That shot looks good, and it is.
Nice shot by Hero. He looked at Caruso's contest and said, "No, thank you. I don't care."
3-pointers now a bit more even. Miami has hit 6, LA 7, and now it's going to be Hero guarding LeBron. Ooh,
this is a mismatch.
Let's see though.
LeBron
Hero not
should
too
be able
bad.
To take him.
LeBron spins and misses. They're right there. Hero got the better of him. No foul was called. LeBron protesting, and Caruso picks Hero's pocket from behind.
I think Bron got fouled.
No.
You don't think so?
No. Well, here's the replay.
Let's see the replay. All right. Actually, it doesn't really seem like anything happened.
It's like,
right?
There's nothing there. You called it a mismatch. LeBron's like twice the dude's size. He should be able to back him down.
True.
On this side, Hero again
Tyler
from the corner.
Hits the corner 3.
Doing it. Love it. I love this kid's game. Fantastic. And that's coming from a Duke fan, by the way, but he has been tremendous here in these playoffs. Hero puts the Heat up 43-41.
Yeah, it's a great play. It's a great play off the inbounds right there. You have him running off 2 double screens coming on the curl right there. Danny Green's not paying attention. Bam swooks out, and he's got an open 3 right there. Yeah, Hero versus LeBron is a really weird matchup. Overall, I think I saw somebody say keep the LeBron hate coming. I'm not hating on LeBron. I respect. I don't necessarily like LeBron as like a person, but I do respect him very much, and I love his game as well as a basketball player. So as a basketball player, I respect him to the extreme amount. I actually think he's doing pretty well so far. I don't think this is. I feel like LeBron has this role now. He's gotten older. He's like more the game manager. He gets his points when he needs to get them, but like in the fourth quarter, that's when they kind of show up, type of thing.
I think your mic's a little far.
Oh, my bad.
Oh yeah, messing that one. In any case, you're. It's okay. We got you. So there's the first media timeout here of the second quarter. As we quick check in on the stats, and again, Miami is up to shooting percentage now, also over 50%. Both teams shooting well from the floor. It's been a fun one so far, 41 points, and we're only 4 minutes into the second, which basically puts us on pace to hit well over 100, well over 100 at this point.
Somebody asked why don't I like him as a person. It's not like it's not like a personal thing. I just like his antics. Like he's always complaining about calls. He's always getting like in people's faces. He always thinks is right. Like a lot of the things that went on when they were trying to call the players meeting, a lot of people were saying how he was really selfish and all that type of stuff that was going on through the shutdown of the NBA. Just like certain things like that. I never was a fan of how he did the announcement for the Miami Heat when he moved teams. I thought that was ridiculous. Just like small things like that I just don't.
You won't let
like,
that was years ago.
I will never forget that day.
I mean, to be fair, it was
like down the road from us.
What do you mean?
It was in Greenwich.
Oh yeah, which is like really weird.
It's the Greenwich Boys and Girls Club, the Wakeman
Yeah.
Boys and Girls Club. It was like right down the road from like our. Yeah, of course we'll always remember that. But like it's just like those small antics. Yes, he does like he does a lot of great things for people, society, all those things. Yeah,
He's a great
100%. I
ambassador
just
for
don't
the
like
league.
how I just don't like how he always crying to the refs, man. I mean, when you see Michael Jordan wasn't out there. You watch the documentary. I'm sure they edited it out, but he wasn't complaining to the refs the whole time. Never forget.
That we know.
Yeah, that we know of.
That we know of.
I mean, then again, he had other players talk. Sure, it's the past. I hate my ex too. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's the best way you could actually put it. that's yeah.
Oh my God.
And hey,
Okay.
I'm not even the Cleveland fan, you know.
Getting ready to resume here in just a second, coming out of the commercial timeout, and we are back, welcoming in all the viewers across both Twitch and YouTube platforms. LeBron James, the aforementioned LeBron, the 10 final appearances.
I think Reed put this the best way for me, and I'm going to restate my opinion of LeBron James. He's a good person, and I like him on the basketball court, but he is just insufferable on the court, as in like his ability and everything, but I just can't stand him as a person on the basketball court. That's the best way to put it.
He did win the chip for Cleveland, though.
Oh, dude, I will never forget that 3-1 thing. I was rooting for LeBron in that thing. Are you kidding me? Oh, it was the greatest thing ever. I'll never forget that. I was sitting in Chicago on the couch. It's great. Fantastic. I'll never forget where I was for all those games.
28 points in his finals career. 47% from the field and 10 rebounds. We'll keep an eye on the double-double. He's actually hit a couple triple-doubles in the last, while being here in the bubble in the playoffs for sure. And now we have the matchup we wanted to see as Jimmy Butler and LeBron, but he just passes it off to Danny Green, and Danny Green
Nice
coming in right after the timeout. Drills it there, putting the Lakers back up by 1. Tyler Hero bringing the ball up the court. The trust that the Miami Heat have in Hero. I mean, even in the finals at this point, may as keep going. Oh, Jimmy Butler knows a foul called early on, and Davis.
And then AD immediately is walking back onto the court after that.
Yeah, it looks like the foul is going to be called on Morris. Markieff
Yeah,
Morris.
it's a really good screen off of Morris and then Danny Green curling off. Good look for LeBron, finding Danny Green right in the shooting pocket. Perfect pass.
Davis is back in. And it's going to be Davis on Bam at the moment. Remember, Bam has 2 fouls, so he has to be careful. Crowder there. Oh, gives it right back to Hero. That was a cheeky play. But he was called out.
I want to see a replay of this because...
Wait a second. He's in.
He put his foot back.
He put his foot in.
He put his foot back. Or is it both feet?
Oh, he might have to have both feet back in. Oh my gosh, David Robinson is jumping like a kangaroo there for a second, and Davis is going to take 3 from straight on, and Davis is going to hit it from the top of the key.
Wow. We'll have to rules check that one afterwards.
It's both. Okay, it has to be both.
It's both?
Man,
okay, it's both.
The swish, though, on that was really good.
Yeah, he's feeling it.
He is.
I mean, he hit it.
He's going to take that floater. That's going to be way short, actually. Bad shot. They are forced into a bad look. And LeBron going to try to go downhill against Crowder. No, Caruso extra pass. No, takes it himself. Caruso.
Oh, nice finish there by Caruso, taking it there with the left.
6-point advantage here, now being opened up by the Lakers. Caruso's got 7. He's hit all 3, and it's actually a timeout by Spo.
Yeah, he wants to talk this over. He doesn't necessarily want this to get out of reach anytime soon here.
Well, he took a pretty good timeout there in the first, although the Lakers did then just go on their run, so it didn't actually quite help them that much. So you see, Christopher here in the YouTube chat is asking Lakers in 5. What you called Lakers, but you didn't give me a score.
I got Lakers in 6.
Oh, Lakers in 6. So I have Miami going the other way with that.
I'll give Miami a game or 2. I guess 2. I'll give them 2.
I'm going for the underdog.
Yes, the Caruso, exactly. That's what it's called. He's got murals all over LA. It's actually pretty funny. But it's funny. I have a good friend of mine that huge Caruso fan. I was over up in New York City and everything like that. He was talking to me. He's like, dude, you got to watch Caruso's game. You got to talk about him on stream and everything like that. Like, he's fantastic. He does all the intangibles. And I don't disagree with you. I love having that guy on the court. I think he works really well with LeBron James. He does everything that he necessarily needs to. He does the little things. You can watch it on ESPN for free or ABC.
ABC. Yeah, it is
ABC
free.
or I don't think you have to pay anything for it. the finals.
No, not for ABC.
The good finals so far. Yeah, I would have the Christopher Gonzalez. Yeah, I would have to say, man. I think this finals is pretty much what we've asked for and what we kind of wanted. It's been a back and forth game. It's been hotly contested. Good plays on both sides. I mean, it seems a lot more even of a matchup than I thought it would be so far.
Well, you thought that the Clippers were going to be here, actually.
Yes, I thought the Clippers were going to be here.
Yeah,
I did. I thought the Clippers were going to end up playing the Lakers and then beating them in this finals or in the conference finals to be able to get to here. And I personally did not foresee the Nuggets beating them or the absolute catastrophic meltdown of the Clippers. So I apologize for that pick. What about an iPad? I'm pretty sure you can still download like the ABC app or one of those apps, and you should be able to watch the game on it.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you would. Yeah. Although the free trial on YouTube TV is also pretty good.
So. Yeah, I had a free trial on YouTube TV for 2 weeks, so that should get you through the finals.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you did that because mine was 2 days, but
just don't forget to cancel it because it's like $65. But yeah, you should be able to get through the finals with that.
Yeah. Unless they're doing some special promo for because they are sponsored.
They sponsored the NBA Finals, so they may do a promo or another one. You can do Cool 50, 4619 is the. You can also go on Fubo TV and do their free trial. I've done this a lot.
Yeah.
I've used a lot of free trials.
Have you been using here?
Oh, too many.
Just like making new email addresses every 2 weeks, basically.
Yeah. We got Jordan James here saying Lakers in 5. We got a lot of Lakers. I can't tell if they're all Lakers fans or they're Lakers. They just think the Lakers are going to win,
Well, I mean,
I'm going to go with Lakers fans.
We're going with the Kobe storyline. I mean, it's perfect. It's very good as well. So it would be a good way to sort of end the season, but I'm still sticking with Miami Heat in 6. So as we've come back here after the timeout, and this is the supporting cast you've been talking about right here. Although Caruso is not on this graphic for some reason, but
I don't think he averages enough points.
Well, he's got 7 points so far tonight.
Does he? Okay.
Perfect from the field.
Cool 50 will be here. Oz, they don't have YouTube TV down under?
Maybe not. This is a really tough play there by Bam. Can't quite get up over Morris as the Heat have now gone on an 8-0 run in the last 2 minutes there. LeBron on the bench for the time being, getting his rest, so it's going to be Davis. There's always one of the 2 stars for LA at least out here on the floor. Rondo going to get it to Green. Doesn't quite catch it cleanly, so doesn't hoist the shot. Careful, Bam. Don't pick up a foul here. Yeah, Green just scored. Actually, and one!
Wait.
They do call a foul on bat. What?
Wait, what?
Oh,
no. It's an offensive foul on
Morris. Okay, it's an offensive foul on. No, wait, but they just awarded the points. Oh, the foul is after the shot.
It's a foul after the shot.
Foul's after the shot.
Foul after the shot, but okay.
Yeah, so it's just going to be a personal on Morris. The Heat would get the ball anyway because the Lakers just score. So
Frank Vogel, literally word for word, come on, man, that was nothing.
Nice, good lip reading there. Action on the sideline. Bam, guarded by Davis, decides not to take him down. Dragic, however, rejected by Davis. Probably should have tried to pass that out.
Yeah.
That was going nowhere fast. Rondo now. Davis cutting in. Iggy, good defense. It's now Iggy and Davis. Iggy was doing pretty good D on LeBron earlier, but now Davis he's got giving up here probably 4 or 5 inches at least. Davis backs him down. Good defense. The double team there by Crowder and Morris. Morris from the top is wide open, and the Lakers have hit another 3.
Yeah, once the double came down, they were just going to pass it off.
Yeah, so basically the strategy is to try to double LeBron or James, but the Lakers are countering it by shooting threes off of it and actually making their threes. And here's a rainbow shot from Dragic, which just goes way over the side of somewhere over the rainbow indeed for that one. And back to the Lakers as that pass is out of bounds.
So I think you got to get Jimmy back in here like really soon.
Butler?
This is not good. This is not good territory for the Miami Heat. The Lakers are playing extremely good defense. They've really clamped down on the defensive end. And then on the offensive end, they've pretty much been able to get to their spots. I mean, every single time the double team comes down, they're just going to pass off and hope the guy hits the shot. Not hope. I mean, they're going to have the guy try to hit the shot. I mean, they're shooting 8 to 12. Most of those shots are free and been assisted off of the double teams. And there, Danny Green's going to get called for a foul.
And right on cue, Jimmy Butler right back into the game. So you called it there. Lakers, a game of runs actually. Lakers started it. Heat came back, then back to Lakers, and then the Heat again, and now we're back on the side of the Lakers. Momentum has the Lakers with an 11-point lead at the moment with 4:20 to go here in the second. And Jimmy Butler trying to drive into the paint, going to have to take a step back. It's not a good shot here, friend. The shot selection for Miami has really gone downhill.
So that's kind of what I was saying. It's not only necessarily the shot selection, but also the Lakers are just playing incredibly good defense, forcing them into these tough shots too. I mean, they really don't have much flow or any offense at all going right now.
10 3-pointers so far for the Lakers, and Rondo going to give it to Green.
Now they're in the zone.
Yep, they're in a 2-3 zone at the moment. Miami just trying to disrupt some of the offensive rhythm for LA, and Davis, long two, comes right back to Iggy. See if Iggy can try to get this thing done in transition.
He
Pass
walked.
off to Butler. Definitely
Jimmy
did walk.
totally walked. Jimmy totally walked.
Oh, Jimmy, yeah. He kind of hesitated
he took the
there
step,
on the dribble.
yeah.
NBA
won't call it. It's fine.
Easy points for a transition. And Danny Green for 3 there for the Lakers. The Lakers, their 11th three-pointer. We haven't even got to halftime yet. Jimmy Butler driving in, and Butler's going to go and one.
I mean, yeah, I got to say, Danny Green, I mean, the Lakers supporting class is playing lights out 100%. They're hitting almost every shot from 3, every open shot. They're contesting on it, too. The Lakers supporting cast is playing exceptionally well.
Lakers wanted a push-off here with the elbow on Butler, but the call, remember, was the and one. They want a replay, but they don't think they're going to get it. I think Danny Green's kind of may have gotten hit in the lip there.
Yeah, he's bleeding from his lip. Yeah. He definitely is. Are they winning this? Still early, too early to tell there, Chris, but so far so good.
This is nothing. This is nothing. Stop complaining.
I mean, it's definitely not a foul.
It's definitely not a foul. I mean, he's going up with the basketball ball. Come on.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not even an offensive foul, nor is it a defensive foul.
Wear a mouth guard and move on.
What's going on?
Hold on. What? The Lakers are challenging the play.
No.
They're challenging the call.
Oh, they're going to... But he already shot the free throw, didn't he?
No, they didn't count it. There was only one free throw, remember? It's only one free throw off the end.
But I thought he didn't shoot it yet?
No, he did shoot it, but like they're
didn't count it?
Yeah, they just stopped it. Lakers here, we have a stoppage in play. This is so weird. There's no way. This is probably just going to stand.
Yeah, that's I got what Oz is getting. I don't have a challenge on mine. I just have a timeout.
They're looking at it, I think. Unless this is just the media, like he hit it and it's the media timeout. It's like a free timeout. Anyway, Lakers up by 10, 57-47. And we're right back after that quick 30 seconds. Game 2, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. We'll have that right for you right here on Real Life Sports as well. We'll be joining you throughout the NBA playoffs, so make sure to hit the follow button on Twitch or the sub on YouTube. Totally free. We do this because we love to have fun with you and engage with all the folks out there, and so we really appreciate all the support. And they're looking at the first one that happened.
This
right
still isn't a foul anywhere.
There's no foul anywhere.
There's no foul in any of this.
It's this one. It's this one. Right as they come across half court, he thinks he gives. Come on. Come on.
If anything, you can see Danny Green flop. Either way, if it was the Miami Heat player or another player, I wouldn't say anything. I mean, it's not a. It's minimal contact. Are we serious? I mean, I'm serious. I mean, you can disagree with. I mean, yeah, he's bleeding from his lip, but I mean, is there any contact?
No.
Really
and the second one. All right, Javi, what do you got for me? What do you got for me, Steve? What? They're saying something about delay of game on the Lakers?
Yeah, so he says they shouldn't change it to an offensive foul.
No, they shouldn't. There should be nothing here. We should be playing basketball.
The other thing, oh, nice, cool. I'm glad that you got it to work. Awesome. Yeah, I don't. They should have called the delay a game on them because they didn't do anything. They were just talking to the refs and not letting them shoot the free throw.
Right. That's what that's what he was saying.
This is the most absurd stoppage I've ever seen, and I hope this gets absolutely roasted on like ESPN and everybody roasts this because this is an absurd stoppage.
We were having such a great game here. There was so much
this
flow
is
in
an
each direction.
Stoppage. This
and
is
now
literally an
we're
absurd
just
stoppage.
all right. Well, we can hang out with chat. So, what?
Okay, so no and one. That's it.
Wait a sec. The correct decision would have been no call.
Yeah, so it's just to score the bucket.
But
that's
like. That's so bizarre to me that like you'd go ahead and like you just like
the thing that really bothers me about this is that I've seen this so many times still be held up as a foul, and that second Bam Adebayo foul was the same exact thing, and he didn't even jump.
Yeah, I see how you could switch between maybe a block and a charge, but like as a no call, I don't know. And LeBron, the Miami Heat kind of sleeping coming out of that free timeout, if you will, and LeBron just pivots himself and spins in the lane, walks right in like it's his living room and finishes for 2. LeBron's got 7 points so far, and Bam's going to take a tough mid-range jump shot that isn't going to connect. Rebound down to James, and he's off and running again. Heat trying to set up this 3-2 zone, now a 2-3. And LA with just a silly turnover there.
Yeah, I think LeBron just absolutely roasted Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, LeBron roasted Caldwell Pope there. Yeah, I mean, like thoroughly.
He just got an absolute earful.
He pretty much did. LeBron, Caldwell Pope, lazy, nice pass back to Bam. LeBron tries to step in there and gets called for a block, and can't believe it, of course.
Oh, guess what? You already used your challenge.
Actually, the theater here is actually quite spectacular.
This is why I also don't agree with like
he's moving.
This is why I also don't agree using your challenge so early in the game.
I don't even know if they actually used their challenge. They just delayed the refs long enough.
They
definitely
did the challenge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bam's gonna shoot 2 free throws here. And oh god, bam, 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 bam.
Gotta hit those.
Help me out, buddy. Help me out. I'm pulling for Miami here, and Bam's just like throwing away free throws. Yikes. Bam gonna shoot the second. And finally, all right, Bam's got it. So 11-point margin here for the Lakers. I guess the fear if you're Miami is if
this
Lakers
just can't
go on
grow.
a run.
Yeah, this can't grow.
Yeah, Miami would be great if they could take this thing to halftime with a lead under 10 or with a deficit under 10 if you're Miami.
Huge
LeBron
mismatch.
On Hero. Iggy comes over to help, and Iggy
nice
blocks
defense.
him from behind.
Really good defense there by Iguodala, but also good job, Bron, understanding the mismatch there with Hero. Good job in the screen, getting it to him. And then, look
at that.
Just played really good defense.
Iggy with all ball, now playing point guard on the other side here. Love it. Going to give it to Jimmy. Jimmy guarded by Kuzma. Crowder slips the screen. Extra pass to Hero. Hero too far out. Going to have to start driving now. It's going to be Hero and Kuzma. 4 seconds. Gives it to Bam. Bam's going to take a really long range 2. Hits off the backboard. Not going to be a shot clock violation, but the rebound will go to the Lakers as LeBron driving in. And Butler. Oh, LeBron hits the deck. Maintains his dribble. No travel. Slipped right there. Oh, and Jimmy just picked LeBron's pocket from behind. What a beautiful play. Going to give it to Crowder. Crowder to Iggy. Oh, the Miami Heat are making a mess of it. Oh, come on. People are everywhere. Balls everywhere. Their bodies are on the floor. It's a mess. Somebody's. Oh, man.
what just happened.
I don't know what just happened. Oh my goodness, Miami, come on.
It's crazy. We've watched the Miami Heat all these times, like steal the basketball, have such good steals and everything like that. But also at the same time, they just never convert.
They can't
layups.
play in transition.
I don't understand what it is. They cause the
on?
most turnovers and the most steals out of every team we've seen in the playoffs, like consistently, and they don't even have very good points off turnovers. I really don't get it. I don't understand.
Yeah, like you would think that they just like I don't know, like their transition is awful. And
Oh my
Biden's
God,
on the floor
again, it's
again as
just-
Jimmy Butler comes up with it. Iggy to Hero. No, Iggy just
Oh.
turns it over.
What are you guys doing?
Iggy, damn it. LeBron now on the other side after this crazy sequence. We're back with the Lakers on
Caldwell
offense. Kuzma diving in. Davis.
Oh, beautiful play from Kuz. And then Davis to cut baseline off the sleep when he was open on the baseline for the two-handed slam. Great play.
Oh, yeah, well, unfortunately. Ooh, Davis almost traveled there. Iguodala for three. Can't hit that one. No, there's nothing bad about Iggy. I mean, he did have a sort of silly turnover there. That was bad.
Yeah, Hero and him miscommunication there.
Yeah. Because now the lead is 13 here. The Lakers looking to go 2 for 1 in the final minute of the second. And again, Hero kind of trying to guard LeBron here, and LeBron misses the layup.
LeBron's just going 1v5.
Yes, he is. Oh, careful, Crowder. That's going to be might be a technical.
Before we get too excited here, I mean, there's like 6 Lakers players on the court right now.
Reinforcements.
Like half of the bench is on the court.
The enforcers have come in.
Look, I'm not kidding. Look, watch this play, and then look at the bench.
This is the previous one.
Next one.
No, they're just going to show the same replay twice.
I'm not really sure what's going on here with the Hero and LeBron.
But that does look like the matchup. Jimmy is not on the court, I don't think.
Hero can't guard LeBron.
Jimmy is on the court.
Hero can't go guard LeBron in 2 years, even if he puts on 20 pounds.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough. It's a tough ask.
You need to get him away from LeBron.
There's blood on LeBron's jersey here too. Miami just hoping to make it into the locker room here for halftime. LeBron with 8 points so far. 2 of 6 from the field, getting most of his points at the free throw line. Miami here with 30 seconds on the clock left. Jimmy Butler playing point. Jimmy Butler got the switch on AD. I'm not sure that's the switch he wanted, and Butler goes down, and Butler may be hurt there. Butler looked like he slipped, and he's got an ankle issue. And on this end, the Lakers take advantage with an easy finish, and Jimmy's going to have to hobble off the court. This is not good news for Miami at all. Take a timeout here. Timeout Miami is Jimmy. I hope this is not serious.
I hope this isn't bad.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's an ankle. It looks like an ankle, actually.
That's not good.
That's not good. He doesn't go for his knee, thankfully.
Oh, he does roll it.
Yeah, it's a roll. It's a roll. This is one of those. It looks recoverable. This looks recoverable. Luckily for him, the entire weight was not on the ankle because he didn't really stop. He just like kind of fell over.
Yeah. He didn't put all his weight.
He didn't put all his weight on that rolled ankle there. So Jimmy Butler with an injury here and the waning seconds of the second. We'll keep an eye on that. That would be a huge story.
Yeah, I also don't really understand, why do you call timeout?
We got to get him out.
I guess.
What do you mean? You're not going to play 4-on-5?
Yeah, but there was 10 seconds left in the game.
No, there's like 20, and you have like the possession.
It's halftime already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, yeah.
You have to be able to get this final possession off, basically. Yeah. Yeah, the game cast above our heads is slightly
I got confused. Ignore what I said. It made no sense. Now it makes more sense.
Yeah, usually the YouTube TV broadcast is pretty far along. They're almost in sync, but maybe a bit of added delay for the playoffs.
All right, Jimmy's back out on the court, so we're good.
Yeah, Jimmy's back. He just had to shake that one off there. 6 seconds to go. 5-4. Hero going to take a
Oof.
2-point shot here, and that is actually going to come up
Hero,
short.
Hero's got to hit that.
Hero does have to.
He totally has got to be able to hit that elbow jump shot right there. It's totally something necessary that he needs to be able to do there.
So remember, Miami, who's used to coming back from deficits here in the second half, up against a Lakers team that's made 11 three-point field goals, which is a franchise playoff record for any half. Miami looked like they were content to sort of live or die by that three-point line. LA said, okay, here you go. Here's 11 of them. And they came in fast and furious here as Miami finds itself down 17. Remember, this was a team we said right at the top of the broadcast, you're like, wow, if you're Miami, you do not want to find yourself down going into at least the fourth quarter because that's when the LA Lakers are their strongest. Let's do let's thank all the folks watching on the Twitch and YouTube sides. Thanks for hanging out with us here. Game 1 of the NBA Finals will be with you throughout the rest of the series. And so far, LA getting the better of Miami here in the second. They put up a 34-point second quarter to Miami's 20. This was a pretty close game at the end of one, a game of runs in the first quarter, and both teams, Fran, were evenly matched. 31-28 was the final score at the end of one, and now it's a 17-point margin here for LA. What changed?
The defensive intensity for the Lakers completely changed the game. I mean, you basically had a moment in the game where it seems like when they came out of that timeout, when they went on that run, I think it was like that 9-0 run when they initially were down, the defense completely changed. Miami wasn't moving the ball that much anymore. They weren't getting open looks. People started actually helping each other off of the dribble, the Lakers. They initiated their offense through turnovers as well. They got a few turnovers. They were able to run out. Miami also played themselves in some traps here. Let's not forget about that. Yep. Miami did have some careless turnovers. I remember the one by Hero, the one by Iguodala. I think there were another one by Hero and then another one on a fast break. There were multiple turnovers that led to issues for the Miami Heat, which is a team that typically actually does a really good job of taking care of the basketball. And most of the games, I think we only saw a few games against the Celtics where they actually lost the ball and had more turnovers than the Celtics themselves. So pretty uncharacteristic from the Miami Heat. But then again, they haven't gone up against a defense like this. I mean, this is not an easy game and not an easy group of players to be able to go up against. You also have to understand, right? We're also looking here at kind of just the breakdown of
what the double team
what
strategy.
The Lakers are basically doing. Yes. What the Miami Heat has done is basically doubled LeBron or doubled AD. Off of that double, both of the players have been able to find the open man. Sorry, I need a sip of water. Or else I'm going to cough. They've always been able to find the open man off of that double, and the Miami Heat have not been able to get to that person quick enough for the closeout. The one big difference from Boston, when we used to see this, we used to see it wasn't a double all the time.
No, but they still no one on Boston you really need to double.
Correct. But the one difference and the one similar but also different at the same time is that the Miami Heat that entire series were always closing out. They always had to close out the shooters because they were running on the zone. It's the same type of concept when you still do a double team, but they're not getting out to the shooters quick enough as they used to against Boston. And the Lakers are confidently shooting them. They honestly don't care. They're like, all right, I'll shoot it over. Let's go. Why was AD walking to the locker room early? He get injured? I don't know. Actually, I don't think there was any sign of an AD injury or anything. I think it was like, hey, I'm out of the game. I'm going to go get some like ice and pads.
Yeah. I don't think this is something that's out of the ordinary here. We've sometimes seen LeBron and AD do this where they just kind of like there's a minute left, but like they're not going to go back in the game. They get an extra, however many seconds of into the halftime locker room. I don't think there's anything really to read into here.
Yeah, because the same thoughts came into my head, and I was like, "Why is he leaving?" And I was like, "We didn't see anything. I don't want to speculate or say anything. I think he's fine. It's just like he's leaving the court early, like usual."
No, I wouldn't read into this too much here. So I was looking over the stats here. So what do you make of the Miami Heat are shooting exceptionally well? The LA Lakers shooting exceptionally well right now, 22 of 39. But the Miami Heat have taken more shots. Miami is 19 of 45, and I can't for the life of me figure out where these shots are coming from because they're not winning the defensive rebounds. Granted, the Lakers have turned it over 9 times actually, so it could be that. But Miami's just not converting. Miami's not converting easy ones.
And I think that's the difference in the defense, right? The defense intensity from the Lakers, I think that's causing that issue 100%. I don't necessarily think it's – I mean, then again, yeah, the Heat could be having an off shooting night as well. But I do think there is some credit to be given to the Lakers and their defense for that shooting percentage right now.
Yeah, so the Lakers have 9 turnovers. They have 12 points off those turnovers. And the Heat have 14 points off. So the Heat have 14 points off of 9 Lakers turnovers. The Lakers have 12 points off of 7.
Yep. There you go.
Miami Heat turnovers. So the Lakers making the better of the Miami turnovers here. Fast break points, really nothing different. Points in the paint, actually kind of even. 22 points for Miami, 18 for the Lakers. So nothing crazy there. The fouls actually got kind of cleaned up after the first. 6 fouls and 7 assists, definitely in the favor of the LA Lakers right now. 17 of those for them. The other interesting stat was the number
What's
of
the
steals.
3 points?
Yeah, I'll get that in a sec. So Miami Heat have 7 turnovers, and get this, the Lakers have 6 steals, which basically means that every single turnover, except for one, by Miami has been generated off of the defense of the Lakers, which is pretty incredible to your point right there. The 3-point shot, I mean, and this is the story, right? The 3-point shot for LA is 11 of 17. 65%.
You're going to win any game if you're shooting that percentage in the NBA.
On the other hand, Miami's shooting 7 of 16 at 44%, which is like a normal percentage.
Yeah, which is normal, right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, the Heat really aren't shooting that badly. 42% for the field is not that bad.
No. The Heat, no, it's actually not.
But when you look at, but then when you obviously compare it to Lakers, when you shoot 56 and 65, it's a problem.
Yeah. I mean, the Lakers are on pace to put up a 130-point game right now, and the Heat might not even hit 100, which is...
Yeah, so this is actually an interesting point. I brought this up with the Denver series, right? Both teams will be able to score like 100, 120 points. The difference in the Denver series is who can actually stop the other.
Right.
The problem in this series is, can the Miami Heat even score 120 or 130 points a game? I don't know.
Well, they were doing it in the Boston series for sure.
They weren't scoring 110, 120.
Yeah. But that's fine. They were gonna make it. So wasn't the 3-point shooting also the reserve players? Fran, you called out the LA role players, the bench here.
Yep.
So
Rondo, Caldwell Pope's hitting his shots. Rondo's hitting his shots. Caruso's perfect from the field. These guys are putting up buckets right now for the Lakers. They're also hitting the correct shots, the open shots. That's the most important part out of all of this, is that the role players and the bench players are hitting the open looks.
The shots coming off those double teams. The 7 points for Caruso, 7 points for Rondo, 10 points for Caldwell Pope right now, and 18 actually. Lakers, Davis with 18 points leading the way. James hasn't even hit double figures at the moment, but he's perfect from the free throw line. He's got 7 assists.
Sorry, Jiggly, missed your comment there. I think the Lakers are going to win it all. Ritz is picking the Heat, so...
Yeah, and my pick is not looking. It was looking really good at the end of one quarter, and it's not looking so
Yeah, it
good right now.
was.
Jimmy Butler has 16 points to lead the Heat. No other Heat in double figures. Tyler Hero with 8, and Jay Crowder with 9. The next Heat's up. So, what are the topics that we were going to talk about here? So, you're saying Doc Rivers and the Clippers decided to part ways. Fran, you did not call this one. Chat,
No.
for those of you new in the chat, we have often called Fran the Grim Reaper, as he has correctly called 3, 4 coach
I think I've
firings
called 3 or 4.
at the end of the season here,
Yeah.
starting with the 76ers. And then there was, what was it? Oh, there was a Premier League one, the
Yeah, I
PSG.
called the PSG one went. Yep,
Yep,
that one
yep,
was true.
that was that one. There was a third one. I can't quite recall.
Oh, I
Anyway,
can't. Oh, if we're gonna do Premier League sackings, I'd love to start doing them right now.
they're called sackings.
Fantastic. Yeah, they sack the manager.
Sack the manager. So, what do you make of the decision here by
So
the Clippers?
it, I don't hate it because I do think something's wrong, right? When that happens, I think there is something weird, and I actually do think Doc Rivers did get outcoached by Mike Malone in that series, 1,000%. So if you're going to base it basically off of that performance and just that series, yeah, he should most likely go. But let's also think about this. He's been the Clippers coach for a pretty long time. He's had a few different projects. He necessarily hasn't he's gotten the exact recipe that he wants, and it didn't necessarily pan out. I think there were other problems on the team other than necessarily his just coaching. I think there were problems of him actually getting the players to come together and gel and actually create a team. I think that was the main thing that I was necessarily hearing and reading on Twitter and all that type of stuff. So I'm fine with the firing. I think it's okay. For Kawhi and Paul George, I mean, you kind of want the fresh start, new team, new year. All right, let's get it. Like, let's go for it this time. Now, in terms of the Sixers,
Yeah.
I don't know if Doc Rivers is the right coach. I think Ty Lue is still the right man for the job.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I think Ty Lue has more. I think he's got more on the defensive sets. He understands that more, and he's also in the offensive sets. He has a better offensive mind, and I think he's more built for the situation. The 76ers. I feel like Doc has a very. I feel like Doc things need to be in place for him, or he needs to like mature them and grow. I feel like Philadelphia, you got to come in there and you got to win now. And you got to do it now. Ty Lue's had that pressure for LeBron in the Cavaliers. He's had that, and he has really good coaching experience as well. So I wouldn't be surprised there. But to be honest with you, I think either way, the Sixers are kind of screwed unless you get rid of Ben Simmons or offload one of your trillion-dollar pieces in Al Horford or Tobias Harris.
So, yeah, that brings the coaching firings. Donovan and Oklahoma City mutually part ways. D'Antoni out at Houston. The 76ers coach also gone. I think you
Wait,
called...
Donovan went back to college?
No, I don't think Donovan went back to college.
Oh, no, you went there and then that's his first job. Okay,
Yeah.
I got it. I got the comment. My bad.
Yep, started there. I think you did call the D'Antoni one, though.
The D'Antoni one was that was the other one. I did call the D'Antoni one.
Yeah.
I don't think D'Antoni should be going to the Sixers. I don't think he really should be going to any team unless they got it sorted out, because his coaching philosophy has not really worked. The problem. Okay, I take that back. His coaching philosophy works. The problem is he is so stubborn when it gets to the playoffs, he won't change it. He doesn't talk about defense. He doesn't do any of those things. Just like continue playing the way we are. This is the idea. It's like, dude, it's the playoffs. You got to switch it up for one game at least. Let's go out and win it a different way, right? Like that's the problem that I have personally with D'Antoni. And I think we have about 1 or 3 minutes left to halftime. And I want to advertise myself here, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow we got a good game, 2:45, Arsenal against Liverpool in the League Cup. We recently beat them on Sunday in the Premier League, the actual league that counts.
Yep.
I take that back. I don't not care about tomorrow's game, but I don't really care that much. I think it's just one of those cups that it's like, whatever. It's just kind of a waste of our squad. But anyways, it should be a really fun match. Those games, for me personally, are actually more exciting. They may not matter as much, but I think they're really more exciting because you get to see all the bench players. They're harder to find. It's really good matchups between everybody. So it's going to be a really good game tomorrow at 2:45 here on Real Life Sports on Twitch and on YouTube. I'll be calling the Liverpool match against Arsenal. They just played in the weekend, so there's a lot of heat still bowling up there. Now, I want to bring something up that has to be one of the most outrageous things I've ever seen in sport, and it's not even just about football. But it happened yesterday, and I wish I could show you the video, and I should have set this up. But for people that have watched the Spurs documentary, you're probably familiar with Eric Dyer. He's a center back that plays for Tottenham Hotspurs. So they were playing against Chelsea, and the score was 1-1 in the 78th minute. And during, it's hard not to laugh, but he literally ran off of the pitch to go do number 2. And Jose Mourinho went running after him into the bathroom to get him out during the match.
So they were playing with 10.
Yes, they're playing with 10. He runs off the pitch, and Chelsea almost score, and then Mourinho goes berserk and sprints down the tunnel to get him back in the game and to get him off the toilet.
well, man, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
It's the greatest thing ever.
Even if you're in the middle of a Premier League match, I mean,
because in basketball, you can be like, "Hey, coach, sub me out."
Yeah.
In the Premier League match, you just can. It's so funny. It was just the funniest thing. I've never seen that before in any professional sporting event. I've never seen someone leave the field to go do a number 2. And the way that we found out it was number 2 was like they actually asked Mourinho, it was like, "Oh, was it pretty quick?" And he goes, "No. I went in there and it was an absolute hell." And I'm like, okay.
As we've resumed play here, Jimmy Butler looking fine after a potential ankle roll there at the end of the first. Gets it high off the glass. Interesting stat right before we were coming back from halftime. It's 20 points from the bench players, actually, for LA. And what are you laughing at?
No, I'm laughing at Oz. He goes, there's at least 2 incidents of, I'm assuming this is National Rugby League players urinating on the field during stoppages. So I'd argue that's worse.
Oh, that is probably worse, actually. At least he had the decency to leave the field. Jimmy Butler converts there,
yes,
and he's got 19 points so far, leading the way for the Miami Heat. Jay Crowder working on Anthony Davis here, and Davis going to get this back out to LeBron. LeBron going to go in from deep. Nice looking shot indeed. LeBron hits from the outside, the assist to Davis.
Oh, is Hero going to be able to take this shot?
Nope, that's going to hit the front of the iron. Hero coming up empty on that trip in LA with another chance to extend the lead. Caldwell Pope thought about it, got Robinson high up in the air. Caldwell Pope now driving to the basket, gets it to Howard. Howard, yes.
Oh,
down low, no. Howard can't convert. We'll leave that one at the rim, and we'll have to go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Yeah, he literally left it on the rim.
He did.
And that quick comment, would Donovan be good with the Washington Wizards? Yes, I think I actually live in Washington, D.C., got in a lot of their games, and I think LeBron was about to pull that. He doesn't. I'll let you call. I'll comment on this later.
LeBron asking for the screen by Danny Green, and nothing there, actually. He's going to take Robinson off the dribble. Nice jump stop there, and he will get fouled, and we will go to the free throw line. Does not make the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. A bailout foul there with 2 seconds on the shot clock. All yours.
So I actually think Donovan would be really good on the Washington Wizards. I actually think he does a really good job building up teams. You actually saw what he was able to do with OKC. Even with not that much talent, he's able to do a lot. I think for the 76ers, we talked about this on the stream before. I think they most likely the biggest move they can make is trading Simmons to the Wizards and then bringing a Wall Beal to the 76ers. Granted, that probably won't be the best thing in the world for the Washington Wizards, but it's something to build with. And I actually think Billy Donovan would be a pretty good coach for the Washington Wizards. That, and if you keep John Wall and Bradley Beal, I mean, you're in business, especially with Billy Donovan as a coach. You could do pretty well in the East.
LeBron hits 1 of 2 of the free throws. He's got the second one there. He's missed only 1 tonight, and it's an 18-point margin here for LA. And Crowder going to take for 3 here. He was hot early. Can't quite get that one to hit. Rebound down to Howard. And back down to James. And he will bring it up the court here for LA. And once again, this odd Hero-James matchup Hero trying to stay in front of him, trying to deny him the paint, force him baseline, but James is going to back him down, going to get it out of his hands to Davis, and Davis going to slip and actually going to wind up in the hands of Danny Green, who takes a quick three, and it's just rolling the Lakers' way tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That's a 21-point lead. When it rains, it pours from the three-point line in LA, which you can actually now see the sky because there's no smog. It's just Butler to Bam. Bam, who spent a good amount of time in the first actually on the bench due to early foul trouble. Crowder going to try to get the 3 points back, and he does right at the end of the shot clock.
That's crazy. That Danny Green play right there almost turned into a turnover. It was like a 5-point swing.
Yeah, it was, because he may have actually run that one out in transition, which we've been getting on them here in this game. LeBron just content to kind of dribble the air out of the ball and let this thing go at about 6 seconds. It gets it out to Davis, and Davis is going to hit three. No, he's actually going to rebound to Howard on the weak side. Right back to Davis, who comes in and is fouled by Crowder. Good foul, as Davis had a clear line to the basket, and he will now have to earn it at the free throw line.
Yeah, so the problem when you're running into this and when you're having to close out on the shooter like that, you're going to have some pretty bad matchups, like quote unquote matchups rebounding wise. In that situation there, Hero had to box out Dwight Howard, which, I mean, give as much Hero credit you want to Hero, but I mean, it's just not really going to work out for him. And then Dwight with a really nice pass to AD following up his shot.
AD taking a sweet time at the free throw line, flicks it in and gets the first one. I mean, remember, we have seen Miami in this position before. It's just going to be a bit more of a struggle to come back from this. DJ, thank you very much for the sub on the YouTube side of things. Much appreciated, buddy. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for all the folks across Twitch and YouTube for hanging out with us here tonight. Appreciate you all, and appreciate everybody hanging out. Hope you're all enjoying the finals. This has been, so far, a bit of a blowout at the moment, but I still believe, because I did call Miami in 6, so I have to wear that one for the rest of the week at least. Danny Green misses 3. Davis with the putback, and Davis just too strong. Once he gets underneath the bucket, it's just too much. And Spoelstra calling a timeout there, 22-point lead for LA. 9 minutes to go here in the third. Davis and LeBron are looking good right now here.
Yeah, he definitely got fouled there too on the play. I'm going to say this is getting a little out of control here for the Miami Heat.
It's getting a little out of control.
Yeah, this is not necessarily you want to be. So I think the problem with this is we had spoken about this previously about this matchup. And the problem is I just don't understand how the Miami Heat are supposed to stop an Anthony Davis and LeBron James type. Like, it just doesn't really make much sense. Like, and we're seeing it for the first hand here. I don't know if there's a way to really stop it. I think the only way you necessarily can beat it is if you just outscore them.
Well, to be fair, it's not like the Celtics were going to do it either.
Oh no, I think the Celtics would have gotten absolutely same problems, 100%.
Yeah,
nobody can guard AD and nobody can guard LeBron. Same issue. So I mean, any team out of the East was always going to have this problem. The only team that actually somewhat matched up pretty decently was the Clippers.
Well, Milwaukee probably could have matched up, actually. The Giannis AD matchup would have been fascinating if they had gotten to this point. And even then, Chris Middleton on like a LeBron, or even Giannis on LeBron, right, would have been fascinating as well. Granted, there really isn't a guard you have to worry about on LA, so the whole Bledsoe thing, just like whatever, but between Middleton and Giannis.
Yeah, it's actually a good point.
Yeah.
I think they probably would have been the more favorable matchup.
Yeah, so actually what we have here is this like two very different styles, right? Because Miami's guards, as what we said, were better than the Boston ones, or they turned out to be better than the Boston ones, because on paper they matched up actually pretty much even. And so on the side of LA, you really don't have the guard play either. I mean, you have like Rondo, Caruso, like who's like, you don't have this like...
And LeBron James.
Okay, if LeBron James is playing point guard, but like...
He is. He's a point guard.
Sure. But like... But like,
But
like
yeah,
the
I get
Tyler
what you mean.
Heroes
Like
of the
pure
world, and
stats.
like,
Yeah.
like
pure guard type thing. Yeah, I know what you mean.
And then on the Miami side of things, you can't match up in the paint against LeBron, and you can't match up against AD. Your only hope really is Adebayo, and Crowder, but like to some extent, right? But like,
Yeah, but I mean, in that exact way, how you're kind of trying to explain it is the problem.
that's what I'm saying. That is the
Yeah,
problem.
because as Mark says here, James playing 1 through 5 is the issue.
Yeah, James can play everywhere. I mean, but like,
Yeah.
whereas in the Boston series, it was like Kemba, Brown, like very obvious, right? Like who the guards and who the ball handlers are going to be, and to some extent Tatum as well. Um, sure, if you have LeBron, like your LeBron's a mismatch at any position, basically for them.
Yeah, and I think I was probably wrong on the call of the fact that not having Dwight Howard in the game. I actually think Dwight Howard's been helping the Lakers out pretty well in the defense or on the defensive end and also on the offensive end for rebounds. He's definitely making his impact felt there, and I'm sure this was the timeout that Spoelstra called to say, "Come on, I mean, this is it here. We need to claw back some points, and we need to play defense, and we need to play Miami Heat basketball."
And you know who's actually been completely absent so far? Jimmy Butler carrying the load, but Dragic is just non-existent. Really, his scoring has been non-existent tonight. So the big three for the Heat between Bam, Dragic, and Butler.
I wonder why. How many? He hasn't really been on the floor that much.
As LeBron cheap foul there on Adebayo, and he knew it. He knew it immediately.
He's only played 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we really haven't seen much of Dragic in the game.
He's played
at
the
all.
same amount as Iggy. It's weird.
And so it's Hero actually in the game instead.
Yeah, I think he's exposed defensively.
As Jimmy's trying to put that three up, it's no good. It rims in and out. Rebound down to the Lakers, but from Howard to James. And James going to try to back down Robinson. Again, another mismatch, kind of what you're saying. There just isn't
nice
a good
finish
matchup.
there by LeBron.
Baseline. He goes baseline and finishes easily. Tyler Hero going to bring this one up the court as well. And Hero going to try to get it outside to Crowder. Crowder going to shoot for three, and that's off the back iron. Rebound down at Adebayo, and James hits him. So 2 quick fouls for James in the last minute here.
And I still think that's just 3 personal, so not necessarily any foul trouble for LeBron yet. Maybe if you say he got 4 or 5, it would be kind of more of an issue. Oh, Manu Ginobili's made it into the crowd. This is gross. Yeah, this is tough. I'm not gonna lie.
This is tough if you're a Miami Heat fan right now. Still plenty of time to try to claw something back here.
But as you said, I don't know it would be that different if the Celtics or any other team was here.
You got to go one at a time as Hero finds himself planted on the floor by Dwight Howard. That was unfortunate.
Yeah.
And Dwight Howard's going to try to go coast to coast with this. No, just hands it over to Davis, and Davis.
Spoelstra's got to call another. Yeah.
Yep, Spoelstra, another timeout here by Spo. And the Lakers are just everywhere. Defensively, offensively, you said it in the second half. They just turned up the defensive intensity, and they have taken over the game. This looks like one of those that you might just burn the tape when you're done with it.
Yeah, this has gotten extremely out of hand.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say the game's necessarily over, but I think it's teetering on that.
Be one of the greatest comebacks in finals history.
It doesn't even look like the Heat are like in it. Like they don't even have a chance. It looks like I'm watching like a college team play an AAU team in high school. Like the difference is that big right
I was gonna call something out because like when they were inbounding, when we were coming out of the other timeout, they like a zoom in on Jimmy Butler, and he looked like he was just like not there. And granted, like he's got the most points for the Heat, so like, and like should be the leader for the team. But yeah, at this point, we're fielding suggestions for other topics that we can discuss.
Marcos, the Nuggets are saying, "See, we aren't that bad." Yeah, I mean, it's true. The Nuggets actually almost could have won that series. I mean, we've said that multiple times on the show. I mean, they could have taken game 2 or not.
Game 2 was a theft.
Game 2 was an absolute theft. 1 was pretty questionable with those egregious foul calls, getting Jokic out of the game and ruining that game. So, I mean, I think the Nuggets were kind of the last defenders of the Lakers championship, if that may necessarily make sense.
Would have certainly loved to see some Jamal Murray here going up against. So much,
Oh,
so
if it
he's
was a
much
Denver Heat
younger.
matchup, this would be insane.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It
So
would be
much
pretty
fun,
like
right?
close going back and
Yeah,
forth.
it'd be awesome. But I just the thing that I'm worried about is I hope this doesn't turn into the entire series.
Oh yeah,
I
I was
don't
sort
think
of
it
thinking it
will.
like that. I was
I
like,
don't
oh
think
boy,
it will, but
be a
like
long one.
I also don't know what the Heat right now can do going forward to turn it around.
Well, they
Because
played a sensational first quarter.
if you watch what's going on, like all the Lakers are doing, they're playing good. I mean, they're passing the ball, good ball movement. They pass out of the doubles, they hit their shots, normal, and they're playing really good defense. They really aren't doing anything like too out of the ordinary.
Miami's shooting percentage, however, just keeps going down. Remember, at the end of the first quarter, both teams were basically shooting right around 50%. Miami now down to 40% and has hit 8 3-pointers. On the other side, the Lakers have hit 13. I mean, and the 11 that they hit in the first quarter was the most, tied a franchise record for the most 3-pointers in any half in the playoffs. So the hot 3-point shooting by the Lakers definitely got them going. But granted, even if you take away 3-point baskets from the Lakers, right, you still have something on the order of a 20, Jesus math right now, 27, 17 point game. No, I was right. 20, like, yeah.
You struggling?
I'm struggling. I am struggling with the math because it's about to be a 30-point game. So.
Yeah, so it's about to be a lot worse.
Yeah. 9, 4, 26, 9, 17. Yeah, there you go. There's math. Public math is hard, chat. And here is the aforementioned graphic on Dragic right here.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, he's out with a foot injury.
Out with the foot injury.
Well, that could explain some of it. Crowder is going to go for 3 again. That is in and out. The shot's just not falling at the moment.
This is not good.
Yeah, that is not good. We don't know the extent of that foot injury, and obviously we don't want to speculate, but definitely having a significant impact. And I can't quite remember exactly when. Does it coincide when the Heat sort of went on their run?
That's the part that I don't understand yet. I don't know really when it happened.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure when Dragic
we're
was
seeing
taken
it here.
out. It's like a no contact injury. He just like plants on that back foot.
Just planted on the foot and it just kind of like went.
I don't know.
I'm worried that's like an Achilles thing or something.
Yeah.
Because the non-contact foot injuries are really dangerous.
So let's take a quick look. We can look at the play-by-play for.
Yeah, I can call this for now.
Yep. Let me look at the play-by-play for Dragic.
Kendrick Nunn's going to get his time, the lefty for lefty here. He's going to be able to get into the game here. Jay Crowder is going to inbound to Jimmy Butler. On the floor for the Miami Heat, it's Adebayo, Butler, Nunn, Iggy, and Crowder. Bam, guarded by Dwight, making a move, drives right, gets fouled, and then he's going to not make the wild acrobatic shot, but he's going to be slow to get up. Slightly shaken up, but he's going to be able to get up, and he's going to shoot the 2 free throws.
So Jimmy Butler enters the game for Goran Dragic at the 4:31 mark of the second, at which point Miami is already down 11 points. And that was a hard hit there. Adebayo being hit by Howard, but looks fine. So Miami was already down 11 at that point. So it doesn't really coincide. So he's been out since the 4.5 minutes left in the second. And sort of the Lakers went on their run starting at the 9-minute mark of the second. So some of the damage had already been done by the Lakers. How's that for the stats work live?
That's good. Adebayo misses the second there.
Caldwell Pope giving it to Davis, and Davis working on Adebayo here. Davis actually just going to pull up from the Walt Disney World logo and drill that one. 30-point margin, I think, as soon as this gets updated. Yes, 30 points at the 640 mark here. And Iguodala, and this is none. None gives it to Bam. Bam going to take a...
Bam. That's another person who's been really off today. Is Adebayo's been really off.
Well, I mean, so he has to guard Davis. He was in foul trouble. And then he's got to also try to put up 20 points. Like, that was kind of my point earlier, as like Bam is going to be exhausted trying to guard Davis.
He's not guarding Davis. He's guarding Dwight.
He was guarding Davis though at some points, and Davis on him.
Yeah, timeout again for Spoelstra.
Yeah,
Adebayo injured.
And Spoelstra is down to 1 timeout at this point.
Yeah, he's down to 1 or 2 for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
When was the last time a team was down 30 in the finals? It can't be too common.
No, it can't.
I can't remember the last time this has ever happened. It didn't happen. No. Or here, I can fix this. I'll find out.
Oh, the Google.
Yep. Well, the greatest NBA Finals comeback is 24 points.
Oh, okay. So this would be a little bit more than that.
Oh, no, 27 points, sorry, is what I found. Yeah, nothing more than 27 points, and that lead was game 1 of the NBA Finals. Or no, this was a first-round game. Sorry, this wasn't a finals. I'm an idiot. This is all playoff history. So the fact the finals aren't even up there probably shows to go. Let's see if we can find largest lead in NBA history.
Here on the replay, we see Bam going in against Dwight Howard. They're sort of butting shoulders there. Howard hits him with the right shoulder on his left.
So, you actually may be like somewhat surprised by this.
Okay. Hold on, as we see Bam actually walking back into the locker room. Remember,
oh shoot, are you serious?
Yeah, he had an issue with his left hand. It was in Game 5 of the Celtics series. He ended up playing through it in Game 6. Thought everything was okay. We didn't really see anything sort of detrimental at that point in Game 6. And Iggy's going to take a tough fadeaway step back jumper and hits a bucket. Wow, Iggy. As Olynyk has entered the game here, but Bam now once again kind of concerned about that right arm, right hand area. Averaging there his 18 points, only 8 points tonight. As Davis, the turnaround jump shot for Davis is good. Go ahead.
No, so one of the main things is that Olynyk's going to be able to put up a bucket here and score. I'll do it on the break at the biggest comebacks.
All right.
Or biggest leads.
Rondo coming in on the other side. Again, Lakers here find themselves up 28, content to just kind of dribble the air out of the ball. And Miami still in this zone of sorts. No, they're playing
sort of
a
zone, like a box 1. No, 2-3 it falls into.
Yep.
It's still the 2-3.
Still the 2-3. It looks like a bit of an amoeba, actually.
Yeah, it moves around a lot.
Jimmy Butler for 3. That shot is off. Hits the left side of the rim.
I mean, I feel like this is the fourth quarter and like it's ending, right? Like this is.
But it is not because we're.
I know. But that's what it feels like.
We got another 16 minutes of basketball to go, ladies and gentlemen. It's Caldwell Pope guarded by, actually guarded by Robinson, but Butler. No, sorry.
Dwight Howard. It was Olynyk called for the foul.
Yeah, by Olynyk. And
they're going to go to the bonus.
They are. The LA in the bonus. Actually, both teams in the bonus at this point. All right, so we have a little stoppage. Go for it.
So the team with the biggest NBA blowouts is 42 points in 1998. Chicago Bulls beat the Utah Jazz 96-54. And then in 2008,
wait, was
Boston
that
Celtics,
part of the Jordan documentary?
Yes.
The Karl Malone?
And then I don't know if that was Malone. It was 98.
Okay.
So I don't know what the dates are with that one. 2008, the Celtics beat the Lakers 39 points.
Wow.
In 2013, the Spurs beat the Miami Heat by 36. And then we'll stop there.
Was that in the finals?
All the other ones we don't really know about. Yes.
Oh, that was when the Spurs beat the big three. Oh, okay.
Golden State and Cavs in 2006 was 33.
Okay, so we have it's like every 3 years. We have.
That's funny. In that 2016 Golden State series, it's actually Cleveland beat them by 30. So Cleveland got beat by 33, and then they beat them by 30.
Oh wow! So blowouts in both directions. Is Rondo going to try to go
series
from deep here and hits the front of the iron? Iggy down with the rebound, and Olynyk going to take this one in, but back to Iggy. Iggy just loses the ball, gives it right to Howard. And Rondo coming down on the other end. Rondo to Caldwell Pope. Finds himself in the corner that he likes there. And Caldwell Pope airballs it, actually. And that is going to be out on the Lakers, it should be.
Mark Hathaway, was that a joke about the coffee and the beating at the beginning of the game? Yeah, I think it's turned into reality, unfortunately, for the Miami Heat.
Well, it certainly is a bit of a beating. I don't see much coffee being shared around, though.
Yeah, minimal coffee for the Miami Heat. Not that much energy here, unfortunately, for them.
How's what was it, the dead something, your coffee?
Oh, Death Swiss coffee? Yeah, it's fantastic. I'm still absolutely rocking through.
Did you have it right before the game? Is that like
No, I've tried to not have. I did stairs before the game.
Oh, we did. I went on a run early this afternoon. See, there you go. Got to get your physical fitness even though the gyms are closed here in Seattle. And good deflection there with the left hand by Davis. And
Simpson, stop. He's already dead.
The Heat are going to have to inbounds.
Everything looks way different without these blue light glasses. Jeez.
See, they're not even prescription. They're just purely fashion.
Yeah. They're not. It's not fashion. It's for my eyes.
It's high fashion.
I'm sitting in front of these computer screens 12 hours a day.
Pope being guarded by Olynyk, screened by Davis, and Pope tries to go baseline. Tough two, and that doesn't go in. Miami squandering opportunities here as LA kind of leaving the door just a little bit open on these last couple of possessions, but Miami not really making much of it. As Olynyk's going to try to drive on Kuzma. And Olynyk going to back down Kuzma. Tough shot, no good. But he will find a trip to the free throw line. Opportunity to score with the clock stopped.
Olynyk, you're getting some good minutes in for the Heat. Now, I mean, granted, I guess you could say this is quote-unquote garbage time, but
it's not really garbage time.
I don't think it's garbage time just yet.
No. There's still 14 minutes in the game, buddy, and LeBron's going to come back in. So, LeBron's still playing. This is going to be a timeout, but it can't really be a timeout by Miami because that would be their last one, if it is. I
think the Lakers are forced to call a timeout here.
Oh, okay. Lakers to call a timeout, immediate timeout, as we get towards late in the third. Ooh, wired.
Never mind. Oh, they're not going to go to break because they already went to break 3 times.
I see. A couple injuries here and there.
Who's mic'd up? Is it Dwight?
Dwight's mic'd up, yeah. Although it looks like one of the Heat players mic'd up too.
Yeah, I couldn't tell who on the Heat was mic'd up. Yeah, I don't think it told us. Did it tell us? We would have been curious to see who it was. Look, I mean, Dwight's even taking his jersey off.
Dwight's taking his jersey off. Dwight says he's done.
Dwight's taking himself out of the game. I mean, Jay Crowder's got the warm-ups on. Hero has the warm-ups back on.
Yeah, it's almost like, is there a mercy rule? Like, what are they doing?
Is something happening? What's going on?
I don't even know. In any case,
still the NBA Finals.
Yeah, you still got to play it out.
Wait.
I don't.
Who is that? Is that Caldwell Pope?
Morris in the corner. Olynyk at the free throw line.
I
hits
think
the
that's.
first.
I think that's Caldwell Pope because he's not on the bench nor is he on the court.
Hmm.
So I hope there's no bad injury or anything over there for him.
Yeah, Caldwell Pope just kind of down. A couple trainers attending to him behind the Miami bench. As Olynyk hits both of them, actually. And so we'll resume play. 2:30 to go in the third.
Oh my god, I need to turn this down. The Jeff Van Gundy's starting to say some outrageous
I
stuff.
was about to say, I was like, at this point, are they just talking about like utter
yeah,
nonsense?
there's LeBron James with an absolute beast of a move, finishing with the reverse with the left hand as well.
See, LeBron's
He's
still
on
playing,
triple
man.
double watch.
He is. He wants his playoff. He wants his playoff.
Yeah, he wants it. He needs three. He needs three more assists, 1 rebound.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna get it. That's a tough shot by Nunn. Doesn't go, and a rebound to the Lakers actually, but it's gonna be a foul, blocking foul. Strange call.
On who? What happened? Yeah, look at this move here on Jimmy Butler. I mean, there's nothing Butler can do. It's actually pretty decent defense, but LeBron James just has the quick step on him, is already right by him, and he's using the backboard there on the reverse as a defense from Jimmy Butler's contest. So, I mean, textbook move, fantastic move by LeBron James.
I think LeBron got called. The way that he's talking to the ref.
No,
either that or
LeBron does that for everybody.
Oh yeah, he's advocating for his teammate here. It was either that or Rondo seems to be the one getting into it with the ref, as Butler is going to hit both free throws because both teams are in the bonus. And we will get back to it. Rondo to Davis. Caruso to James, again guarded by Butler. Let's see if James tries to do the same move here. Actually, he's going to go left this time, trying to get into the paint, spin back right, not quite. Gives it to Davis here, long three, but no good. Davis knew it as soon as it left his hand, tried to go get his own rebound, can't quite come up with it. Olynyk going to drive down in transition and give it to Robinson, but Robinson can't hit for three. Honestly, Olynyk should have just taken that to the basket.
I think he should have just, yeah.
He had a lane and he had momentum. Just go finish that, buddy. Instead, he tries this like behind the back pass that looks pretty good, but didn't quite finish.
Olynyk's on LeBron now.
And LeBron dribbling between the legs here, a little bit of fanciness. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Just going to pull back from three. Hits front iron. Rebound down to the Lakers, actually. Offensive rebound for LA.
Same play again. ISO, one-on-one, LeBron, Olynyk.
It's just been LeBron's show for the last 2 minutes in this exact same setup as you mentioned. Going to go to Kuzma for three. That's off the back iron. Nice box out there by Iguodala. Actually,
wait, no, he got called on that?
Come on.
I'm surprised by that. I thought that was a clean box out, actually.
I thought so, too.
I was watching it the whole time. I was like, wow, it was a really good job by Iggy.
LeBron James, look at that. You may be right. Maybe he is just a point guard leading this NBA in assists. 10.2 assists, a career high for LeBron. Yeah. Maybe he is. Just a guard there. Playing all roles 1 through 5 as Davis at the free throw line. And Davis going to convert here on the first. And our game 2 coming up on Friday night. 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific. Hoping for a bit more of a
maybe it will hopefully
closer matchup.
Blowout. I was gonna say.
But what can we do? Of course, now all eyes on Dragic, who left the game in the second with a foot injury, as Anthony Davis there with that free throw now puts himself at the 30-point mark. A very decently efficient night for him, 11 of 19, 6 rebounds and 3 blocks, as Olynyk is going to take a deep three, and that is no good there. The Laker defense really the story of the night as they ramped it up big time in the second quarter. Miami just having no answers so far. LeBron gives it back to Kuzma, extra pass out to Caruso. The closeout is late, but the shot is off. So the rebound comes back down to Nunn. And Miami here with the final shot of the third and 8 seconds to go on the clock. Nunn with 6, Nunn with 5, and
nice
he
move.
will go in and finish there with a left. Nobody recovered in the lane. And LeBron to Kuzma. LeBron's going to let Kuzma ruin his shooting percentage. The half-point shot.
LeBron just wanted the assist. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, LeBron wanted the assist. There you go. Exactly. And that's it. We've hit the end of 3. The LA Lakers 93. The Miami Heat 67. It's just a shame that there isn't the TNT crew because Chuck does his thing with like the brooms.
Oh, I would love to see what the TNT crew has to say about this game. I'm not gonna lie. I think it'd be awesome.
They're a
We'll hear
good
what
crew.
they
They're a
say.
lot of fun.
But so in terms of kind of the series as it goes forward, if Dragic is out, this is a sweep.
Yeah,
I think.
It's going to be really tough. Without one of the key pieces there for Miami.
Like I hate to be that blunt about it, but I maybe I'll give him a game. Maybe it's 5, but I think it's a sweep if Dragic can't play.
Would be the gentleman's sweep in that case, and the stats just it's all LA right now, all LA as they continue to hit from the outside. Their shooting percentage actually just dipped under 50%.
Oh, the Lakers did?
Yeah, the Lakers did there. They had that sequence right where they're missing a bunch of shots. And would have given Miami a bit of an opportunity.
Well, that's the other thing I almost wanted to say. Like in that situation, in that third quarter, I feel like you actually could have. I feel like you actually should have been able to, like, claw some back. Like I feel like you totally couldn't get points back. Heat plus 22.5 spread. Should I live bet? What's it right now?
Oh my goodness. Well, right now it's 25. Which is why that's the spread. So basically they're saying does LA extend the lead in the fourth, or at some point does like Miami actually claw this thing back, and does it end less than 25
I think you should
points?
live bet that one.
Oh boy, here we go. Not liable, by the way. Not liable.
I feel like 22.5, 30 at 25.
Yeah. So basically, you'd have to basically say
it's about to be bench versus bench, right?
Yeah, I think this game ends closer than what it is, though.
Well, the other problem is I would also say or it goes completely the other direction where it's like the Lakers have 50, they just blow it out of the water completely.
Well, I mean, we have to see how much LeBron and how much AD is actually going to play in this fourth quarter. I mean, if I'm Frank Vogel, I probably don't play them at all.
Because if it's a 15-point game, I mean, Spoelstra puts the starters in.
Sure.
Right.
So you can only do it with so much, right? But I would think that you'd want to give AD and LeBron just put them.
No, you're not Venmoing me for that.
See, don't get yourself into trouble, buddy. Yeah, don't get yourself into trouble here. Trying to just take a quick look.
Just
what else?
Down a unit Max's paycheck. Yeah, I'm sure. I bet Max is definitely live betting. He's probably been live betting the whole thing the whole time. I mean, he probably bet on the game itself and probably already lost, knowing him.
Looking ahead, as you mentioned, sort of towards this weekend, we have the game on Friday. But before that, there will be a Thursday night matchup: Denver at the Jets. Oh boy,
you mean the worst Thursday night matchup ever?
That's painful.
Thank God we don't have to do the NFL until next week.
But in other news, make sure to hit the follow on Twitch or the subscribe on YouTube, because we will be next week, Thursday night, book it on the calendar. Tampa Bay, Tom Brady going to Chicago for Thursday Night Football. We'll have that game live, and we will have the footage.
You can see it.
Yes. Finally, we'll be able to call the game with the footage behind us. Our cameras will be off in the corner, and you will have the game with us live and join us for our
no game cast, none of that. It is live footage. You need to go nowhere else but to our channel, and you will be able to watch the football game.
And it is totally free, so you don't even need to have NFL Network. You just need to log on to Twitch/RealLifeSports, and it's there for you. As we have resumed play here in the final quarter. And it's going to be Olynyk driving in after an LA missed shot. Olynyk leaving it short and can't finish there with the right. Markieff Morris now into the game. And LeBron still in the game being guarded by Iggy. There's a lot of hand fighting there. Those two do not like each other right now.
Kuzma just kind of threw it back the other way.
As this is going to be a baseline out of bounds, actually, for Miami.
Yeah, and technically, if you can still follow us on YouTube. On YouTube, we'll have the live score and the game cast type going, but on the Twitch side, we'll have the actual game being broadcast.
Yeah. So the actual game only works for Twitch because that's where our deal is. But you can join either chat. We'll be live on. You can join either chat, so it'll be fine. I'm pretty sure LeBron walked.
Yeah, I think the refs just don't want to blow the whistle and want to get out of here as fast as possible because the amount of fouls that I've possibly seen call is through the roof.
Like that one on Olynyk and Caruso, which probably
yeah,
should have been
totally
one
should have been a
there,
foul.
and
Kendrick
that,
Nunn.
Yeah, it's from 3.
All right, we're playing the fourth quarter to the spread, ladies and gentlemen.
We're playing to the spread,
so to the 22.5. So we'll see if they hit it or not.
No, it was 25 or 22.
No, it's 22.5.
Oh,
spread.
22.5. Okay. All right, it was the spread. So let's see if Miami can at least claw it back there. None in transition. Ooh, nice finish with the right hand. Yes.
Nice
finish. Great assist by Iguodala. LeBron's still looking for his playoff triple-double, playoff finals triple-double, actually.
Oh, he needs 3 more assists.
Yeah, well, he's got 11 minutes to do it, and actually he's just going to take this one himself. That three looked short, and it was. Rebound down to Miami. Let's see if Miami can get one here, maybe pull within 20. We say that as if it's like
it's like an accomplishment.
Yes, it's an accomplishment. Slowly but surely here, it's Iguodala in the left-hand corner. Yes!
It works! Under
Iggy!
20.
We are at 20. So, is there life?
Is this become a basketball game? We'll see.
Miami asking questions. As we say in football, Miami asking questions.
Yes, they're asking questions. And the Lakers must respond. They've responded by an early quick timeout here, 20-point lead. I would say that if it gets to under – so the next ticking – I mean, Vogel's got 3 more timeouts, right? So the next part's if it hits 12, 15, he'll probably call another. If it's under 10, he'll definitely call it.
Yeah.
That's kind of where it is on the next thing for him here. But yeah, super excited for next week. We'll also be doing. Hopefully, it doesn't overlap with the finals. I don't think it will.
No, it can't. It can't. Because Game 4 would be on Tuesday and Game 5 would be on Friday.
Oh, because it's the
They skip. So there is no overlap with the finals. Mm-hmm. There's also not a Wednesday game next week. That just happens to be the start of for this week. So basically, the stream schedule will be Sunday, Thursday, Friday. Should we get there for next week? Mm-hmm.
Interesting. We'll see what we do on Tuesday.
20-point margin here so far for the LA Lakers, a lead that has been as big as 30. But Miami's still trying to claw its way back. And
yeah, I mean, in these situations, you can't fully give up. You can't. I mean, granted, yes, you can just put the TV on, you can leave or stream up or something like that and walk away. But I mean, if you're still the players out there on the basketball court, you still got to be trying 100%. You can never necessarily fully quit on the basketball game.
Right. At the end of the day, they're professionals, right? I don't expect them to quit on it or anything. I'm trying to look ahead to the weekend to see which matchups I don't think I have any fantasy implications. Now 3-0, by the way, in the fantasy league. Making a killing here so far. Cleveland at Dallas. Actually, I think that's a game of maybe not game of the week, but that's an interesting one on Fox. Seattle goes to Miami. LA at Tampa. Ravens are going to destroy Washington after the beatdown they took by the Saints. Frank, your takeaways from that game? I don't think we had a chance to talk about the Mahomes-Lamar Jackson game.
Oh, that game. Yeah. The Monday Night Football game.
The Monday Night Football game, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go with KC's unbeatable.
KC's unbeatable? Boy, that's a quick hot take.
Yeah, I just don't really like the only other teams. The only really way you stop them from winning is if you just don't let Mahomes touch the ball. Is like the Derrick Henry type. You just don't give them time of possession to actually put up X amount of points. I don't.
They don't even need that long.
Their defense is actually good.
Their defense is
getting better. So it's a huge problem, and I still think the Lamar Jackson thing. It's like kind of a hype train.
Oh, so we're seeing here.
Oh, dude, I think it's his Achilles.
Oh, that is not good. It was a left. But he's walking.
And yeah, you can. Kobe walked right after he tore his.
And Bam also out of the game. Remember, so the Miami Heat without 2 of their stars, Bam aggravating that left hand injury. But Miami so far on an 8-0 run here in the last minute. Crazier things have happened as Morris is now working his way on Olynyk. Extra pass from Kuzma to James. So Caruso trying to screen for James, but the double team there by the Heat. James passes it off to Morris, and there's an assist for LeBron and 3 more for Morris.
Can you delete Twitch, please?
Yeah, gotcha.
I'll call. Iggy here is going to get it back to Olynyk at the top of the key. Olynyk think he's going to get it back to Iggy as well. Iggy guarded by LeBron. Both old men going at it. I gotta love to see it.
Back to nope.
Solomon takes a 3 and it's an air ball.
That was an air ball. As LeBron coming back the other way. Ooh, possibly another assist here. Danny Green in the corner. No, Danny Green does not quite get it, and so LeBron denied there. Iguodala. Oh, great pass! Beautiful pass by Iguodala to Nunn.
Great cut by
Nunn. Wow. I mean, opportunity here, right? If you get your minutes, opportunity here to make a difference in there.
I think Olynyk.
Olynyk denied James an assist there as Caruso hits the deck.
6 assists for Iggy now, yeah. I mean, this is a really good give and go. He fakes the screen and then just cuts back door.
Yep.
It's really
realizes that there's no Laker in the paint at all, actually.
Yeah, because Hero's going to come over to the top of that, and then Caruso, when he looks at Hero, he's distracted on cuts. Easy bucket. 6 assists for Iggy. Yeah, he's playing really well. I mean, he plays well in all kind of like playoff moments, I feel like.
Yep.
But there hasn't been much of a experience with him where I've been like, wow, he's been absolutely terrible.
Had a big game in Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals, sort of pulling that momentum into this game, where he's had a decent game. They're sort of the bizarre playoff numbers for Nunn, only averaging 3 points in the finals, in the playoffs, when he averaged 15 points throughout the season.
I think it's just a shortened bench.
Yeah, hasn't quite gotten as much playtime, actually. Although we saw him a lot in the series against Milwaukee.
But I mean, if Dragic is out for the series, he's going to play.
Yeah. Well, yeah, now he has to, right? So at this point for Miami, it's trying to find who's going to give you those extra minutes. With the Stars out so far in 12 minutes, Nunn has 13 points on 6 of 8 field goals, so he can definitely play. And now Hill being backed down by Davis. Davis gets it out to James. James going to go in.
Blocked by the rim.
Yeah, can't quite get there. And now coming the other way are the Heat. Olynyk working on Morris. Oh, great look. Hero can't quite handle it. Solomon, yes. Solomon cleans up the mess. And the Miami Heat have pulled within 18 points. What a time to suddenly get played.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, it is a very weird time to suddenly just be like, oh, yeah, get in the game and go score. It's the NBA Finals. Like, you know,
you're being blown out by 30.
Yeah.
Trial by fire. Go for it. As Davis is fouled, and he will find his way to the free throw line here. Butler getting ready to check back in for the Heat.
I also think Spoelstra wants to keep kind of playing and going at this just to understand the defensive matchups. Like, there is still a lot of value necessarily for the coaching staff to continue playing and watching this film on tape. So there is value for the like extended period of the series. It's not even that. Sometimes, yes, it's like we don't want to give up. We're going to 100% keep going after it and everything. Yes, that is the mentality as well. But also, there's a lot of stuff that can go on tape here that Spoelstra can be like, wow, this is actually a really good matchup if we can isolate this and expose this later on. So this is still for the coach's valuable minutes.
Spoelstra, remember, started his career as a video coordinator. So he's all about the film here. It is a series. It's just not one game, right? Lakers got to win 4, so they're only going to win 1 tonight. As Nunn puts up for 3, that's off the left iron and rebound. Wow, LeBron just palms.
Yeah,
holy cow!
Yeah.
He literally just palmed the rebound in one hand. That was impressive. And beautiful play by Rondo on the cutting James, and the throwdown slam there for LeBron finishes with style points. Beautiful look by Rajon. Nunn to Olynyk. Olynyk trying, gets it to Hill. Hill thought about the 3. Olynyk shoots 3, and Olynyk shoots brick.
Wow.
That was off.
That was
Slightly.
so off.
Slightly off. LeBron needs 2 assists to get his playoff triple-double. Rondo just going to give it to Davis. Davis one dribble. Blocked by Olynyk. Actually, clean block. Rondo back to Davis, who can't finish. Fouled by Crowder.
Oh, he got fouled, though. Yeah. I mean, really good block there, but I mean, they're still playing. They're still going after it. Both of these teams are still, fighting for it. And, I mean, yeah, Mark says, as I kind of said, this is a series. This is not, I mean, these little things that happen here and there. I mean, Kendrick Nunn scoring like 15, 17 points. I mean, just think about what that does for his confidence in the next game.
Yeah.
He's still going up against the starters right now, right? Like all the starters are still here for the Lakers, and there's Udonis Haslem, the resident older gentleman of the team. Yeah, kind of the coach, the player coach.
Yeah. We really got to see Hero get his groove back, though. I mean, he was such a huge X factor for the Heat in the Celtics series. Obviously, he had the one game where he went off for 38, but like even in the other ones, he was consistently scoring in double digits. Yeah. And the Heat are going to need that production.
Every time the camera goes on Spoelstra, you're just like, what's going on in this guy's brain? Like, he's thinking. You can just see he's thinking. He's trying to figure something out.
Currently, if you took the spread bet, you're doing okay right now, as the lead is now 24, and the spread was at 22.5. So you are in the black at the moment.
Yeah, you're losing. You're
winning.
Now.
You're winning it right now.
22.5?
Yeah, the lead's 24. Lakers have to win by at least 23, essentially.
Oh, he did turn that ankle again.
Yeah, Miami kind of banged up here in the first game of the finals. Jimmy's still going here, leading scorer for the Heat at the free throw line, and does get that first one. Is it the same ankle?
This is the...
Oh, that's the first. So it's the left ankle. This is the first one. This was earlier in the game. That was towards the end of the half.
He'll be okay, I think.
Yeah, Jimmy will be fine. Jimmy's all right. And second free throw is good as well. Jimmy managing to pull back here a few points as Hero gets ready to check in at the scorer's table. Morris to Davis off the screen. Davis back to Morris, and Rondo squaring up from the top. No, Rondo will drive into the paint, blocked from behind. I think that was Crowder that got a piece of it.
Yeah, Hero checks back into the ball game right now. He's 4-13 from the field. Pretty tough outing for him tonight.
Yeah, actually having to match up against LeBron James on the defensive side, that needs to be changed. That needs to be updated. And LeBron step back jumper.
Water right over James Jones Jr. Woo. A weak ankle might hurt his transition game. Yeah, I mean, they've been really so poor in the transition game. Just in general, the Miami Heat, and then Tyler Hero getting to the baseline right there to his spot, hitting the nice 2-point jumper.
Doing his best LeBron James impression on that one. Sees LeBron go in, hit a tough mid-range jump shot on the offensive end. Says, I can do that too. Morris comes up short on the 3, and Miami back in transition here with Nunn. Nunn, let's see if he looks for Hero here. Actually just trying to play some ISO ball. Ooh, to Jones Jr. to Hero. Gets Morris in the air, and Hero resets, repositions, but still can't hit 3. As Jones Jr. actually now playing volleyball. That was playing designed to play volleyball.
That was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
A great set right to Davis, and apparently the spike ends up in the hands of LeBron, and so we're now going the other way with it, and Davis was down on the floor for a second, but he's back up, and LeBron calling for the screen, and LeBron the swing around pass to Morris. Morris got to hit this for LeBron's assist, but he will be fouled instead. A 3-point shooter going down. No,
he kicked his leg out. They're going to call it an offensive foul. I've not seen one of these called in I don't think I've ever seen it called, actually.
Yeah, this is interesting because a lot of times the shooters try to draw the contact and do this little cheeky thing where they'll kick the leg out, but they actually called that offensive.
Maybe
beautiful slip here.
Oh.
Yeah,
and Nunn's finding his space in and out to be able to score against this offense. It's like I said, it's Spoelstra's. He's thinking.
He's brooding. He's plotting. trying to see how the Lakers are going to make this into a bit of a series as Davis into the paint again. Oh, rejected by Olynyk, and up ahead is Hero, and Hero, is he going to finish? Oh, he can't! Gets rejected by the rim, but Miami still has it. Olynyk drive, Olynyk go. No, Olynyk finds Nunn in the corner for three, and Nunn hits the three. Timeout, Frank Vogel.
17-point game.
17-point game, only 4 minutes and 18 seconds left. Nunn with an incredibly efficient 16 minutes here. This is a tough. Does Caldwell Pope actually get a piece? Oh, he hits him on the head. He fouled Hero.
Foul then ball.
Yeah, well, he hits him in the head. He gets a piece of Hero, that's for sure.
He hits him in the head, but then he hits him in the head, but I mean, it's a clean block on the ball, I would say.
Yeah, but still,
it should have been a foul call.
Still
it would have been pretty cool if he just let him do it. I mean, Tyler Hero was throwing it down.
Yeah, he was ready to go.
Yeah.
He should have just let him go. I don't know why. Well, he's still playing hard, so can't really fault him for it.
You can't really let him. I mean, yeah, it's only 7. Well, that turned out to actually be worse off because they hit a 3. So, you know what?
Yeah.
Good for the Miami Heat then, I guess.
4 minutes, 18 seconds left in the game here. Miami trailing by 17 was 1.30. So, as I said, I think the lead is going to close just slightly there. Welcome in all the late night viewers across both Twitch and YouTube platforms. Thanks for hanging out with us here on Real Life Sports. I'm Ritz. That's Fran. I think he's got the Lakers in 5, 6.
6. I picked them in 6.
Right.
I picked them in 6.
I picked the Heat in 6, and that is not looking too good right now. But plenty of basketball still to be played. Next game 2 coming in on Friday. We'll have that game once again live for you at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, 6 o'clock Pacific. So make sure to drop a follow on Twitch and a sub on YouTube to hang out on Friday night.
But before that, we will be having a stream tomorrow at 2:45 Eastern. Liverpool versus Arsenal in the League Cup. It should be a really fun match. Those games are really fun to do with all the viewers and everything like that. We get some really good conversations going and people from all around the world. Super exciting. So really excited to do that game tomorrow. It should be a good match. Hopefully Liverpool can continue our unbeaten streak in all the matches so far. There will be no Thiago as he tested positive for COVID, but there should be we should pretty much be full strength other than that.
So was that before he came to Liverpool? Did he have it before he came to Liverpool? Or that's kind of scary because he played.
He must have gotten it like in between when he played, like in that week or something like that. Something must have happened. I'm not sure. I don't really know.
The other players.
Yeah, all the other players are tested and stuff like that. They're clean.
The big news this morning, of course, coming from the NFL. The Titans closing down, Titans and the Minnesota Vikings closing down their facilities, at least for the next few days after Titans players and personnel testing positive for COVID.
We're not playing on Sunday then, right?
What do you mean we're not playing on Sunday?
The Steelers versus Titans.
Right. So the Steelers-Titans game has been postponed until possibly Monday night or Tuesday, actually. So those doing fantasy football, your fantasy week does not actually end until Tuesday potentially, which is interesting.
That'd be insane.
Yeah.
And it would also compete against basketball.
It would, but there are different networks because that is a CBS game that would be Titans and Pittsburgh. So CBS would still probably have the rights to carry that game, even if it had to be rescheduled to Tuesday. But you have to imagine that the NFL, if the NFL doesn't have a contingency plan for what happens in every possible scenario, then they haven't done their job. I imagine
100%. Yeah.
That there is literally a plan that goes top to bottom that says, what if one team gets it? What if two teams get it? What if three teams get it? What if a conference gets it? What if a division gets it? And then what if half the league, we just call it or something, right? There's a contingency at every step of the way. There has to be.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah. With how much Roger Goodell's getting paid, 100%, they definitely have a contingency plan for everything.
Because if there isn't, then something is horribly wrong in that case. I would imagine that the NBA had something similar, even when they were within the bubble, It's like what would happen if a team got it, if two teams got it, if three teams couldn't play kind of thing. At some point, the sort of the worst case scenario is that you'd have to call off the thing, but hopefully it doesn't get to that point, and it is just remains an isolated incident. Oh, fancy move here by Hero on James,
on LeBron,
actually.
Yeah.
Beautiful move by Tyler Hero, gets the better of LeBron James.
And he's angry at somebody, but he got worked and put in the spin cycle right there. But
Hero going right, reverses left and leaves LeBron planted. And this is even worse of a matchup here on Jones Jr. And Caldwell Pope driving in, and Pope actually can't finish. Rebound down to Olynyk, and back to Hero. Actually, I would think Hero gets promoted into the starting lineup if Dragic can't play. He's been the sixth man off the bench, and Solomon Hill finishes.
LeBron is like, is anybody else playing?
Yeah.
Right? I feel like he just had this like, is anybody else going to play defense?
Apparently not.
Like, it's still the NBA Finals.
Miami now cutting the lead to 15. Schoen representing well. Dangerous pass, almost gets cut off. Pass extra here to LeBron. Back to Rondo. Rondo hesitates, shoots the three. Way off there as the shot clock expires. And Tyler Hero coming back up the court. Hero going to drive in. Hero going to take this himself. Yes, and one for Tyler Hero on Caruso. If only there was like 3 minutes more.
It's a 12-point game with 2:31 to go. If he hits a shot, I've seen it's pretty crazy, but
wow, put Jimmy Butler back in here. Tyler Hero, 8 points in the second, 0 in the first, 0 in the third, 6 in the fourth. They got a total of 14, trying to make it 15 here. We said Hero had to get more involved, and he has been doing exactly that. He's been able to run the offense. Oh, and he misses that one badly.
Yeah, that looks so bad when it came off.
Yeah, with Jimmy Butler on the bench and no Goran Dragic, Hero is the de facto sort of point leader. He's got to play on his own here. Usually it's him and Dragic or him and Butler, but LeBron now kind of taking over. LeBron again, the move baseline in the reverse.
I mean, not many people in this lineup right now, other than Hill and James Jones, can really even match up against LeBron. It's pretty difficult when he decides to back somebody down.
Hill going to take three. He's going to pull up, and that shot is no good. Olynyk tried to go in for the rebound on Davis, and Davis hauls it in. LeBron still needs one assist to get the playoff final triple-double. We'll see if he can get it on this possession, as he's posting up Jones Jr. at the moment. And LeBron he's just going to jab, step, and take him here. LeBron take over there.
Oh, he went away from the double team too. It's an exceptional move from LeBron James. The maturity that he has and the vision, it was butter. That was exactly how you need to execute when the double comes.
Great call there, as Miami was coming in from the right-hand side. LeBron just went left, and LeBron will call time as Tyler Hero misses the three there. So a little bit of a Miami run extinguished by a LeBron James run, who's just basically done it all himself. And you see here's the Miami, who's none trying to come in, but LeBron just sort of goes the other direction, finishes easily. Is well called by Fran there.
He's mean mugging, walking back. That'll get in the Lakers' head up 30 and then only win by 12 against the subs. Explain that. Yeah, I mean, I think that's exactly what LeBron was so frustrated about. He was like, is anybody else really playing here? Or am I the only one? What's really going on here? So, I mean, I completely agree with that. I think it is kind of a slight worry for the Lakers, but if anything, I think this just gives the Heat more confidence. I still think there's some things here that Spoelstra will find on the tape. He will go back. He will review it. He will see how they will be able to improve. This is not just one game wins it all. This is a series. So the Miami Heat can take this. They can improve from it. They know I think they're going to know what they need to do come game two. Spoelstra will necessarily be able to figure out a game plan, but they understand that they were outworked, they were out hustled, and they were out efforted. That's a new word on the defensive end.
Yeah, definitely.
I was trying to say how like they got outplayed on the defensive end. They just didn't bring it as they needed to, and they couldn't score. They couldn't score on the Lakers' defense. They couldn't score on the one-on-one matchups. They went away from their offense. As you can see here, the subs have gone back to the normal Heat offense. Other than your like random few quick shots here and there, they have been passing the ball. They've been moving it back and forth. I don't think you look on the Heat faces and they're like, I feel like they're out there for blood still. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's over, but
Kuzma for 3. That shot is long. The storyline's only a minute 15 left here in the game. The storylines we're going to have to watch over the next day. Remember, they only have 48 hours of rest, which we'll pick this right back up with a 9 o'clock tip on Friday. Is going to be the possible injury to the left leg of Goran Dragic, which did not look good, although he was able to walk off the court under his own power. And then also the injury to the left arm of Adebayo, who re-aggravated. It looks like he re-aggravated the injury from Game 5 in the Eastern Conference Final against the Celtics. He did play all of Game 6 without much of an issue, but a sort of butting shoulders there with Howard sort of re-aggravated that one. And your friend J.R. Smith.
J.R. Smith with the foul. I love it. The one thing he's got to do and come in here, and here are the leading scorers for the Lakers. Sorry, getting late here. 34 points. LeBron with
25.
I think 25, right?
25,
and then we're going to actually see a Dookie in here. Quinn Cook.
Yes, Quinn. Quinn is in the game, playing point guard here for the last final seconds for the LA Lakers. And the current lead for LA is 25. So if you took the spread, you are looking good as Quinn Cook is going to go for 3. Quinn Cook!
Quinn! The Dookie hits the 3.
Duke represents in the finals, and the spread got even better for you if you ended up taking it there at the end of the third. Nicely done, as Hill is going to try to go for 3 himself. That's going to rim out, and I think that is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. The final 10 seconds of the game will tick off, and we are done. Fran, a bit of a game got a little out of hand here in the third.
I think the game sort of started getting out of hand. We pretty much saw it when the Lakers on that. I think it was in the second quarter.
Yep. There
was the Heat were up by like 8, and then the Lakers suddenly just started playing defense like the Heat have never seen. They basically just stunted them. They didn't know necessarily what to do off of the defensive effort from the LA Lakers. But then overall, I think the biggest thing for the Lakers is they also started getting those easy transition buckets. There was like 6 to 8 points in there that easily blew the lead open to around. That's kind of weird. He's just listening to his headphones, by the way.
No, I think he's
he's in an
mic'd up
interview.
for an interview.
Oh, I got you. No, but I think those few turnovers that were super key to the Miami Heat, like actually losing that lead and letting it get blown out completely like that. There were those 3 or 4 just careless turnovers that absolutely just completely ruined it necessarily for the Miami Heat. But overall, I think the big question marks here is Goran Dragic going to be able to come back and play? If he is, then they're still okay. I think there's adjustments Spoelstra is going to be able to make from this game going into game 2 that will see these games closer. You can look at the first quarter. You can look at kind of the first 16 minutes of the game, and the Heat were actually outplaying the LA Lakers, sticking to Miami Heat basketball and moving the ball around. I think the Lakers just pretty much, they were ready for the double teams. They were ready to pass out of it. And also at the same time, I mean, the Lakers role players, all these players were shooting lights out. They were shooting pretty much above 60% the entire game. Yes, you can blame the Miami defense that it necessarily wasn't good enough, but also they're hitting shots. Not much you can do sometimes, especially when you're double teaming and you're going to give them the open look and you want to live with that.
I think Miami would also be okay if they at least got a Bam back. If they at least got Bam back into the rotation there. So we'll have to check out on what his injury is. But also credit to the Lakers because Spoelstra did throw the zone at them and it didn't work.
No, because AD is able to get right into the middle of that zone and he's able to just turn around, fade away. It's like an 80% shot. I mean, he's going to make that shot every single time.
Yeah. All right, a couple shout outs here to folks who supported the stream throughout the way. Scott, KC, Rah Mac, Read Me a Book there, and BFA Mazzuli and DJ. Those are the ones that we can see. YouTube doesn't always show us who is subbed, depending on whether you decide to share that info or not, but much appreciated for everybody who hung out with us tonight. We'll be back tomorrow. Fred will be back tomorrow to do Liverpool Arsenal, and we'll be back on Friday to do Game 2 of this series. For all of us here at Realize Sports, have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday evening, and good night.
Yeah, thank you very much, everybody. All in chat, Oz, Cool, BFA Masuli, LJ Smith, all you guys, Reed, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Mark Hathaway, as always, thank you very much for your comments and all the other ones that I'm missing. I always forget to call out everybody who talks, but everybody that's, I just did LJ Smith, everybody that's talking in chat, everything like that, we really appreciate it. Y'all are like the reason we stream. You guys are part of the community, so I would keep it together. So really appreciate that, and y'all make it all worth it. So thank you very much.
Good night.